Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Together We Roll.
Yeah.
For fun.
Yeah.
This week, I'm sorry, this week just took me through the ringer. I know it took you, Levon, through the ringer. Katrina, I hope it did well, better for you. Chris is not here because his wife got sick and he has to go take care of him. I hope, Chris, if you're watching right now, watch.
I didn't say anything.
You are going to get us killed. We hope for the best. I hope your wife gets better. Take all the time you need. However, we got Davros back. Welcome back.
Davros?
We missed you. You missed the haunting, man.
I know.
You missed the haunting.
Apparently I missed the ghosts.
Yeah, you missed the ghost.
And I missed Hazel finally snapping and just punching Derek already.
Yeah, she just went full on mental.
Even though I wasn't there, I'm going to retroactively roleplay Davros during that moment. Oh no.
Actually, no, you got locked outside the door, so you didn't see all.
No, during her punching Derek.
Oh, I see.
Just, oh no, don't do that.
Oh well. However,
violence also
David, I can't really look at you, but the people can. They can see your beautiful face through the board technology of duct tape.
It's less beautiful.
Say hello, David. Can you hear us?
Hey. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Excellent. Now that.
So glad I could be here.
Yeah, he was traveling a little bit, but he's able to join us. We got a little duct tape action on the technology. I'm glad you can't see it, and I'm glad you didn't see the anger.
He's currently coming to us from a secure location because he cannot disclose that
safe and secure location, specific.
That information will not be disclosed.
Besides that, I need to do another shout out to Corinne Milne, lover.
Who's that?
She's a lover.
Why are all of us trying to get us in trouble?
Corinne Milne. She's the one that does all our art.
I don't think you said that. Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah, she does. She's a. You almost mentioned me.
I don't think you said that right.
Yeah. Corinne Milne, she does all our art. You see it on the introduction, which you're about to see again. She does amazing work. Look her up. She's amazing. Additionally, we also have to say to Firefox. Foxfire! I missed it. Damn it.
That's an
Foxfire, which did a lot of our miniatures. Also, look her up. She's awesome. A lot of woman power at this point. No problems with that.
Speaking of woman power, Sawdust.
There's so many.
And then we got a gentleman under the name of Sawdust Wood Crafts. He's done a lot of our stuff. He's done our. He's done a lot of our wood crafts. He's done the tabletop, as you can see, with our barrelhead. He's done a couple of bits of my DM screen, and he's also done our coasters, our holder plates, our blast templates. He's done the works for us. He's made our D&D setting a lot nicer. Go check him out. He has an Etsy account. Go find him. Besides that,
Hey, I have a quick announcement.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Hey, we have a huge amount of watchers who are not subscribed. If you're not subscribed, share the love. Click the red button.
Seriously, click it, or we'll find you.
Also, there's that little bell icon right next to the subscribe button. If you want to press that, you'll get notified every time we upload a video. It's because we don't exactly.
Actually, no, you have to press subscribe and the bell button.
Yes, the
bell
bell
button. Next to the subscribe. Anyway, that's a whole thing.
You'll get notified every time we upload.
Yeah, I'm sorry?
That's the
And if you're already
Give a like to show if you like the video.
And last but not least, some good news from this week.
Which good news?
Yeah. Matt, why don't you share your wonderful fan in the wild?
Oh, I was at a thing this week. A company thing that is uncomfortable for the person sitting in the seat with lawyers in the room, but which I can't talk about legally, but I can say what happened. During one of the breaks, this stenographer looked at me and said, Mr. Nobles, do you play D&D? And I went, yeah. And she goes, and I was about to say I'm on a show, and she goes, you're on that show. My brother's like one of your biggest fans. And I'm like, oh.
A wild roller. I love it.
So she recognized me there. That was weird.
I didn't get that part.
But there was another piece of good news. My company is officially sent in to get their thing, so Nobles Games will be up and going in 5 weeks.
No, that's awesome. And you're also going to an event shortly as well to show off all your stuff.
We'll be at a con in September, myself and Sawdust. So we're going to give you more information as that comes closer, so you can come and see us and buy stuff with our logos and things. So.
Yay!
So, without further ado, without no more announcements, any more commercials, without any more flaunting of our shiny new stuff. Who am I kidding? We're going to show it off anyway.
Is it shiny?
That is shiny, and that's made
You
by
better
Blue
be careful
Dragon.
what you show it on that, alright?
It has
Without further ado, we'll get to another episode of Together We Roll, episode 17.
Yay, lucky number 17.
Introduction. And we're back. Again, thank you for that lovely art, Grin Mill. I did not mess up your day this time. I don't need to do another 100 push-ups when I still need
You're only up to 200.
Still have to do them the first time.
Oh yeah, I've been losing weight, okay? Have you been seeing my cheekbones?
Yeah.
They're nice and thin now.
No.
Oh, sorry, I only look at your chest.
Well,
Not that one, the one that you put on the table with the
oh, I
treasure.
see, I see.
God, mine's in the gutter.
Pervert.
So,
I really wish you guys had pensions.
let's do a recap of what happened on episode 16. So,
Oh god, I just got that.
so in the coin
My
brew
reaction.
estate, in the coin brew estate, it's so weird not having people right next to me. In the coin brew estate, you discussed on how to fix your problem. You were told by a strange, half-broken oven warforge of ceramic, or ceram, said that you had a month to live. Because you were basically a truck and you chug fuel. So you need more salad, you need more will. The lifeblood of your entities.
So you're saying I'm inefficient,
You're very inefficient.
and I'm greedy.
And anyway.
You know,
It's a-
when you
it's
get
quite
when you buy a
literally-
car that's more than like 20 years old and you're just like, how many miles to the gallon does it get? Oh, one. There's a reason technology progresses.
Mile to the ground.
When you step on the accelerator and it goes this way, your full tank goes that way.
Oh no. So you needed to get more of that. So you all sat down, and for the first part of episode 16, you discussed what to do, how to figure out where you need to go, possible different directions, and then something was landed right in your chest, right in your you got chest and fucking my
God
ass.
damn it.
Quite literally in your laps, as you were having this discussion in this situation right in front of the staff members of the coin brew estate, and they seemed to give you a favor that they needed to pay back from a organization that has yet to be named. I am so screwed up right now. I'm so
The
sorry.
mafia.
You quite literally visit the mafia. You don't know the name of the organization, but you found an excavation site that worked with 100 peoples at the time, with dwarves, elves, and even the half-giant, no, not half-giants, Goliaths, that also Goliaths.
He said giant, and then you said
No, no, no. I was saying that they're a descendant of the giant
That's what
family.
you get jambalaya.
But anyway.
They're like gelatin.
You guys went to this underground organization of organized crime, finding, in the back rooms at least, that there were a lot more pricey, luxuries than what this organization of excavation would allow. You talked to a halfling that was made known to be as the Tall Grocer. He was a strange individual that changed his voice a lot. You got him on an off time. And how you guys present yourself is also very unusual, to say the least. So it was a little off-putting, and both sides, both you, Sonny, leading the charge on on the conversation after X slipping up a little bit.
Yeah, thanks, Zach.
Yeah. Unusual. We just
You're
walked
welcome.
into the room.
Well, you guys are unusual.
Exactly. We just walked into the room.
Which the moment of the game where
So
Sonny
we don't
realized
want to
he was in charge. And was like, oh.
You guys had an interesting conversation and ended with the possibility of obtaining what you needed for taking care of the favor that was given to you by the Cornbrewer estate and paying for the item that you want, which is rare to say the least.
And not only that, but while we're repaying this favor, we're helping out the lady
That is
that
also
has
true.
helped us out. So
That goes without saying.
Win-win-win.
Yes.
win-win.
Win-win-win-win. If you survive. And quite literally
Except
them
for Derek.
saying, quite literally them saying that you need to go handle their ghost problem. The undead that are stirring and yet are not resting every
I'm
time they
afraid of
slay
ghosts.
them, and they can't see them. They can't seem to put them to rest permanently. Coming back again and again and again. So they are sending you, dragon killers,
That's right.
to try it. And if you succeed, they will give you this whip. They will give you what you desire. So you went up to this tavern inside of this tree-like expansion of a colony that is dwarven nature, and finding the place spotless. Derek, the one that is not here right now, went inside very stealthily like, while others not so much. And a battle ensued of the worst case scenario of a wraith that was very physical, along with its 5 lackeys and 2 ghosts that took possession of Hazel, still being able to see each other, understanding what you are doing, and Ek, taking full possession of their bodies as Davus was shunted out of the room with a door slamming in your face, nearly breaking your nose. Unfortunately, as you try to pick the lock and try to get inside to help your friends of the various horrors of things screaming out loud, maddening, cackling, and people losing their minds inside, along with various loud, thunderous cracks of magical items and powerful slams of mighty weaponry clashing, battle has ended. The door unlocked. Seeing the light sources of the torches and the various different fireplaces that have been snuffed out from the magical essence of these spectral entities, suppressing them. Light has resumed in the room of this tavern, and you see your friends. A moment passes as everyone's taking their surroundings for near-death scenarios with Varian, as the fire near the double doors to the outside area is crackling. What do you guys do?
We take up our poor Derek guy and we go to the door and we look at him. It's like, we'd like to trade this rogue for a newer model.
No, a younger
Model.
And yes, looking at Derek
I'm
now,
107.
he has been aged
He looks
You
like
don't look like it.
what looks to be 30 years, as unfortunately he failed his fright check. And due to just being frightened, he lost 30 years of his life.
Let me do that again for a second. I'm only 107 holy shit!
He has more wrinkles, even though he has his mask over it. He has a
So,
slumped
let
body,
this
he
be
has
a
a little
lesson.
bit of hump
Who's
to
still
it.
Derek's mask?
No,
No, he still has
it
mask
has his
on.
mask on. It's all wrinkled.
It's just, the mask doesn't fit anymore.
And I know that those are just. If you look me in the eye, tell me that is Derek, and that Derek just became an old man and leaving.
Then we will tell you that.
That's Derek, and he's going to sit outside while you come inside and learn a very valuable lesson about running inside before I cast heroism on you.
I don't know, just like a drink
that is
off
fair.
Derek just kind of nods tiredly.
I pat his head and help him sit down outside.
He takes a sit down and taking a moment now and actually taking your surroundings, looking backwards a little bit from where the hallway that you came down and also the hallways that go left and right. Where you came from, right on the edge of the door frame that comes towards the room that you were in, is spackled with hundreds upon hundreds of holy symbols of various different gods.
Yours up there?
Can I check?
Of like how many gods you recognize?
Can I specifically see if Sashetas is up there?
Make a perception check. Some of them are painted
That-
on,
would
some
that
of them
be-
are statues that have been glued on, and others have been just nailed on with a...
Wait, would that be perception or investigation?
Hold on, investigation. if you
It
want.
actually doesn't make much of a difference. Not really. It doesn't matter which
You
one I'm
choice.
doing.
Honestly, you can do either perception or investigation.
Why do you ask?
I don't know why I asked. I'm
Force of
sorry.
habit.
Force of habit, yeah.
No, you're being honest, and I enjoyed that. Thank you.
15?
Uh,
Not that great.
for a dwarven area in the middle of a desert, you do not see any of your god
In a
of the
volcano.
ocean.
That
Essentially,
makes
In
sense.
the middle of a volcano.
in the middle of a volcano, nevertheless. So no,
No,
you
I
do not see
think
yours.
I wasn't thinking it would be. It was just worth a try.
It was worth a try.
We're on the volcano, he's the dolphin. Makes sense.
Brother, I need to rest before we go.
Oh, pop a spot for an hour, unless you want. You know, it's not like the thing that we were wanting to fight ran off and down a tunnel that we need to follow right now.
If you remember correctly,
So
for
they
found
the
a tunnel.
wraith, the ghost pretty much just got cut up into ribbons and just dissipated, and the wraith seemed to be blown a certain direction as if they were standing in a heavy torrent of wind.
So I'm saying we're not chasing something. We found a cabinet and we need to go in, but we're not chasing anything. So take a break.
So short rest.
It's not mine cards.
So,
So,
I
just
think
to
we
give
need to
a,
rest.
Doesn't wanna-
You don't want to do anything
Don't
just before you
feel
take a
right.
rest, like sew something. Oh,
so you all sit down. There's
Pop up these.
less
this
furniture
sheet
now
balls and
because
stuff.
part of it is destroyed.
Yeah.
It happens when we
It
roll
happens
somewhere.
when you brawl, yeah, especially in this smallish area.
So ghost bad, wraith bad, kill, kill, kill.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid.
I wasn't planning.
All right, then we're good.
And just to give you a little bit of a recap of your surroundings, you find yourself in a dark wood dwarven bar, and which it actually catches your attention because most of the stuff that you find around these parts are mostly stone. If it's any wood, they have to import it into the city because it's a freaking volcano. So this entire bar is made out of wood. Hard wood, but wood. And you notice that everything around here, even though you had a scuffle in here with one of the main tables destroyed and splintered along with a couple of the benches, especially for those with a higher passive perception, spending an hour in here just looking around, it is spotless, it is clean, and you notice around, like, you know, on the shelvings and behind plates and behind areas amongst the made food that has been placed on the tables, now on the floor, and a couple of tankers and almost looks like an ornamentation of a dwarven keg that has been collapsed down to only about this size and has the normal size around of like 10 inches in diameter, and it has a place that it can stand on. It has a footing and a handle to hold it on, which has been knocked onto the floor and looks like it took a couple of bruises.
I'm gonna take a look at that actually.
You see this, specifically having the passive perception of way up there. You notice that there's a couple of holy symbols and statues inside the bar, hidden and drawn in areas that have been out of the way, so hopefully the specters don't see them. And noticing that there's like dust piles where like a new statue has been placed.
Do I recognize any of the specific gods of these symbols?
Make a religion check.
That's modified 20.
Modified 20?
Yeah.
Okay, so the majority of the dwarven entity gods, which is Turog, and I'm thinking of my god right now. It's starts with it.
It's one syllable.
Dwarven god?
Yeah, it's a dwarven god.
Starts with sounds like
Morgan?
Grumpy
Mordecai. No.
Quick, type it in down below, folks.
Yeah, no, my brain is all over the place. It's been one hell of a week.
It's the dwarven god.
There's two types of dwarven gods that take responsibility of basically crafting the dwarven kind here. So it's that kind of. Once I get the name up,
Morden?
Morden. Thank you. Fuck.
we said that 3 times.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah. Morden.
I'll take credit for that.
Yeah, Morden and Farag, and you also notice Paladine, and you see one snaky figure that makes itself in an hourglass shape of like a medallion kind of deal. That one is Yonor. which is very unusual in these parts, but in the desert, not as much as usual.
We're not in the desert.
Paladin or Bahamut?
Paladin.
Not Bahamut.
No.
Paladin from. Oh, okay. That's interesting.
The one that has split and made into two gods, yes. Someone is worshipping Paladin, which is very unusual.
Oh, yeah.
So we have Paladin, Ynor.
The two most unusual ones are Paladin and Ynor.
I kind of would then fixate on those a little, and I kind of wander over towards where those are marked.
Okay. Ynor would be
start pointing them out to people.
Yeah.
These are not common gods.
Do I see Desma anywhere?
That's strange.
Make a perception check.
I think they're simply placing all the gods.
12.
Unfortunately not. Especially with dwarven individuals, most likely not.
It's not every god. I mean,
I got weird ones.
But
They
Paladin.
got weird
So
ones,
Shadows
so
is not
it's
here.
a possibility.
You explained Paladin, right?
yeah.
I never heard about Seychelles.
Paladin's not from here?
Paladin is technically a dead god because Paladin split off into two different gods themselves, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a Kryn guy here. Interesting.
And Ynora, that's
Ynor is a common one, especially of deserts. Ynor,
Are we in the
Lady
desert?
of the Shifting Sands, goddess of time and fate.
Are we in the
I'm
desert?
going first.
I think we're in a volcano, not a desert.
You are in the drier
volcano
regions,
in a
but
desert.
you're not in a true desert.
Interesting. Volcano in a desert. Desert of glass.
One of those.
yeah. Ynora is not
For what? Just that.
not completely absurd to be here, but it's still strange. And it's not. They're not writing down every god. Seychelles is not here. Is Desna here?
I don't see
I
it.
would be surprised if anyone in this area would know anything about Seychelles.
No, exactly, that makes sense. But then, Ynor still isn't common, and Paladin's here. What the fuck? Again, it's just strange. Obviously, they won't have every god. It wouldn't make sense for them to have.
Obviously, because Dad's symbol's not here anywhere.
That's
To that point.
It's just odd.
And he's got to be a good guy because I came from him. And, well,
Can I see the barrel?
Something
Sure.
is.
You go over to the floor that has been knocked over repeatedly and has been across, quite literally across the room.
That is
And you look on the wall, and it looks like a small dent has been placed into the wooden wall.
Hey,
Make a perception check real quick. While you're walking.
Yes,
while they're doing that, are you resting and healing?
I don't feel well.
You should probably heal
5.
by resting.
I'm not that hurt. I
Okay.
just don't feel well.
Why do you not feel well?
I
It was
wonder.
kind of what happened. Everything was so dark, and there was this incredible desperation that went through me, and I didn't know what it was.
The darkness was my fault.
Flailing. What? Darkness was your?
Yes? Because you were possessed by a ghost. Were you not paying attention?
Well, I knew something came up underneath me, but that's all I remember. Except
it
for
actually-
the thing is, I remember it all. It's just I didn't realize what was happening.
Huh? Well, get tougher in your mind.
I heard you screaming as well,
Me?
and I felt similar anger.
Oh, well, that's possession.
5.
How you doing?
So I'm going to rest.
Rolled a 5.
Could be better.
Yeah, that was almost bad.
That guy, I'm sorry. I hate
You're a
you.
monk. Get tougher in the mind.
Working on it.
Thank you, Bart.
Okay, relax for an hour, and then we're heading down the shaft.
And during the break, I'm gonna pull out part of my robe.
I'm not sure I
rip
can
off
go
the
down the
patch,
shaft.
which turns into 4 potions. Give him 2 of them.
Don't.
Just don't say it. Don't say it. Okay.
What?
Ek, you had something to say?
Well, I'm not sure I can go down the shaft.
Wait, why not? Sparks is family. We have to save him. Or he could kill us all, and that's also bad.
I would remove the
I know.
turret before.
I feel like even if I wanted to be selfish with this, yeah, I benefit from this too.
Dude,
But you have a problem with
I just-
shafts?
Nothing wrong with a nice shaft.
Especially blue
speak
ones,
for
right?
yourself, Albert.
Really?
Damn straight.
Really?
You weren't found in the
You
darkness
like mines?
with mine carts where I put my dead brethren to roll them out of the mines where I was kept.
Okay, PTSD, that's actually fair.
I'm just
If I had
Looking
to,
to
if I had to
find
roll my
strength
brothers up mine shafts, I
to
probably
do
wouldn't
this.
want to go down mine shafts anymore.
Well, we're not rolling anybody out.
Yeah, it's still not pleasant.
All right,
I get it.
I feel your pain. You are more than welcome to stay outside, but I believe the brothers Najir are not going to. I can't pronounce their last name ever. I don't like it.
Rude Mather.
Yeah, I never use the last part. Mather. The brothers Mather are not going to give up on Sonny.
I'm not giving up
Variant's
on.
attempt to save Sparks.
I'm not giving up on Sparks.
Okay.
You are all here on your own fruition. I was going to do this regardless.
Yeah.
Us too.
We got to keep him out of trouble. No, you're. I
Didn't
mean,
this hurt you, Hazel? Didn't this make you scared?
It was pretty awful,
oh yeah, it was pretty awful.
but we have to keep moving. If I stop, then everything's gonna come crushing back.
Yep.
So I want to get moving so that we can at least save Sparks. We've come too far.
We go down as a team, or we don't go down. Right, Sparks? I mean, if you want to stay, you can sit with Derek. If you want to go, then, turtle up.
There's no way I'm gonna let the little girl Hazel go down that tunnel, and I'm gonna be the one who is scared to sit behind.
I mean, I
Bitch,
understand.
say what now?
I understand
I
you guys
know.
are standing back to back right now, but I'm pretty sure she's taller than you are.
How tall are you?
5'7".
How tall are you?
He's
Shorter than
looking
that.
at it.
5'2",
There you go.
but she's tiny. She's a stick.
I'm a stick.
So I fit in the hole better.
I'm a
And?
stick.
All right, has the hour passed yet?
So, Sparks, you get the collapse cake.
Yes.
Looking at it a little closer, it looks like it's a very interesting ornamentation keg on a handle, and it weighs maybe 7-8 pounds. And you hear a splashing inside, and you see a spit, and you see one of those cork liquid measure devices, but in metal, inside it behind some glass. And it shows maybe about 75% from the 0, 25, 75, 100 percentile ties, percentile markers that it has.
Sonny, can you identify this? I believe it is magical.
I would.
It's a barrel. It's not wrong.
It's a barrel maybe this thick.
I didn't have to rest during all this because I didn't take any damage and I don't get anything back for rest. So
I say you can do identify during a short rest, as
Okay.
long as you're not doing back to back to back to back to back to back.
Considering it has been thrown around and has taken no damage.
I put it on a table.
Mhm.
I put one hand on either side, and I start doing this as it gets completely covered in blackness. And then I suck the blackness in and tell
Into
you.
your eyes.
Yep.
It is a collapsed dwarven keg. Uncommon item. You can give that to him because he knows it first.
I say that.
A 20-inch
Sorry,
diameter.
my bad.
Not 10 inch diameter, 20 inch diameter, so a little bigger. Actually, about the size
Well,
of
that,
this.
I
10
said
inch
10,
radius.
I said 10 inch radius,
Okay,
so
so
20 foot,
20
20 inch diameter
Which is about this guy.
God.
is the same thing.
Okay, so it's the size of the turntable, and it does what?
If I'm just like
Yeah, math.
keg.
Read it out loud.
The keg is a full-size barrel treated with reality folding magic. able to hold up to 100 gallons of any ale or liquid at any given time.
We should fill it with mayonnaise.
When filled, the collapsed keg only weighs a total of 10 pounds, so 1 pound per 10 gallons. Wow. And weighing only 4 pounds when fully ramped. Okay, so not bad.
So, just to give a little context, it is a keg that quite literally you take a keg and just have reality collapse on it.
It's a keg of holding.
A keg of beer.
But it's not a different plane of existence.
Right, it's just a keg of beer holding.
Which is different. And if you put, and it's still a keg, so if you put mayonnaise in it, you're going to have trouble getting it out.
That was a joke. Yeah. Mayonnaise was a joke.
But, I mean, if you put anything in it, yes, you could put anything in it on the top, but it's still a barrel. And to clear out the barrel is a little problematic, and then you put something else in it, it's going to affect the taste.
No, we're going to do dwarven ale. For now.
So are you saying that that is a big keg?
And it's 75 gallons right now.
Wow.
And it's at 75 gallons.
What?
I don't know.
I would assume ale.
I could use some liquid courage.
I'm gonna get
You could.
some
And if you go down into the
the
mine,
mugs
when you
down
come back
from the
up, you can
bar.
drink all you want.
You.
pop them on the table.
Why not half up front?
Because we want them not to
Have a
fall off
point.
the edge. My what?
So mending does not fix this.
No.
I don't know. It took him a second.
What'd you say, Ed?
You have a good point, Sonny.
Yeah. So you may drink all the dwarven ale that's left once we go down there and come back. How's that? Instead of liquid courage, the promise of good alcohol in the return.
Let me have 1 cup now, just to make sure it's still good.
Half a cup.
I already got the
Look at
mugs
me.
down from.
Look at me. A half a cup is a thimble.
Whatever.
Taking these dwarven ale cups that probably can hold 18 fluid ounces.
Yeah, that's why I said half a cup. I don't want them drunk on the way down.
Place them down.
Oh, I don't intend to get drunk.
Why don't you just suck from the spit?
I know I'm not smart, but I don't
I-
want to go so far.
Yeah.
Is
I
that,
tend to get shit-faced.
does that work quite?
Just turn the spit.
It starts
With
pouring
the
out.
Yeah. Spark, you carry the keg. No one drinks until we get back or we have a rest time.
Should just hold it on my chest so that like there.
No, don't
one
put
of
it
the
there, it'll get
dogs-
destroyed.
How is the
Or we
ale?
just leave it up.
Taking a cup of this ale. It's a dark,
Good for the handy.
frothy liquid, and taking a chug of it. It's a good moderate honey ale.
Yeah. It. Like,
A burnt
if we're down
honey.
there for a while, this is like
Yeah,
under
it has a
the-
nice aftertaste of a nice, almost.
You're right.
We could
It has
trade
a
off.
honey flavor to it that is smoky and very hoppy.
Oh,
Wow.
Fire to keep everyone.
That's
And then
very unique drink.
All right.
It's not the best,
HP though.
but it's ale.
All right. You good to go down in the mine now?
All right.
When God writes the story, you don't want to be the turtle that didn't go.
You're right.
Of course I am. I'm Sunny. Let's go.
So therefore, you are the designated leader. Are you?
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah.
He does say he's right all the time.
When is he
Notice.
wrong? He has not steered us wrong. Therefore, he must always go right. Or we have never gone left.
So, in the
You're
midst of
usually right,
this
too.
conversation, ladies and gentlemen, in the midst of this conversation,
I don't like the sound of that.
It's a train.
yeah, it's a train. You don't like
Oh
trains?
my god.
Then you get mad at Bergen for those comments.
In the midst of this
Rubbing off on
conversation,
me.
just on the cusp of the finishing of your long rest, short rest,
Short rest, thank you.
Yeah.
I was gonna say long rest. I'll take
Yeah,
long
short.
rest.
the lights start to dim again. Not to the point of the blackness that you were fighting in before, but the torches on the side of the wall that have been magically lit this entire time, and also the fireplace that is also magically lit, that not producing any smoke, suddenly die down and start to putter, giving
I think
a
it's
low
time to
blue
go.
flame. As it becomes apparent now of the various random spots of scratch marks, battle signs, or claw marks on the wooden floor that all collide into a single path journey through the doorway and into the kitchen and supposedly to the direction that you're heading. where the rail cars lay light up underneath with a dark, almost like a purplish black light, as dark tendrils of energy billow up like smoke, as you hear distant echoes of screams that turn to chants.
Time to go.
We gotta go help them.
Yep. Gotta go save those people.
I head towards the.
Before you're able to react. So those with higher perceptions, and you don't even need to roll for this, then including Hazel, you notice that these tendrils of black energy, almost like a liquid that is a different consistency of water, floating up to the top, start to rolling over invisible bodies that turn and give it a shape, as you see a similar view of what the ghost was. The both of them you fought, the lackeys of the Wraith and the Wraith itself, start to be pulled by this force as they start to scream through the tethering of the black inky material around their bodies, as they claw to the floor and try to hold down the one that gave you the most trouble, the biggest bad fighting dwarf that had half his face burnt off, showing the skull underneath, scraping at the floor as he's just gonna as it's scraping the wood, making it even further as it's being dragged and into the darkness of the tunnel.
Hate that.
Oh, good, they're leading the way.
Yep.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I hate everything I just saw.
Yep.
That's alright.
I wish I had your
You
strength.
think this is bad? Wait till we get down to the bottom.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
So following this path and waiting.
No. But I can see the mistake.
So following this path and waiting a few seconds, you finish your long rest.
Short.
Short rest. Why am I saying long
When you
rest?
say long rest one more time, I'm getting all my spells back.
Short rest.
And I get
Thank you for the
body.
motivation.
And I get.
So you finish your short rest after seeing this horde situation happen. The lights come back. 5 minutes later, you finish your short rest. You go to the kitchen area that is a very robust kitchen. And by the way, there are stairs in the tavern area that go up to wherever it might go. You find the hatch that is the trapdoor that opens up twice, once to the door and once up further. That's a little stick. And that holds it up, that has broken a long ago, so you kind of just have to open it up. And you see a 45-degree angled staircase that they've taken tracks and placed it on it. And to your left, you see about 15 feet area, about 5 feet wide, that is housing currently 2 carts. And you notice that on the metal tracks, you notice that there's a heavy metal holding chain. It's almost like a biker chain, but it's very thick and heavy. And you notice that there's a crank just on the edge before going down these staircases of rails.
How many roll cars?
2.
How big are rail cars?
Can we fit 3 people in one?
Well, it depends on
Or
the
2 people in one of these guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to clean my
I'm
furniture.
gonna want to hold mine to make sure I go
Look
down
at
slowly.
the measurements.
I do not want to ride a mine card into a particular threat.
So
Sound good,
15 foot, 6 feet wide. Okay. Okay. So each minecart is roughly 3 feet wide, roughly 5.5 feet long, and 3.5 feet tall. So
We can't talk.
That's literally just about the size of this table.
That's,
No.
No.
It's much smaller than
it's
this.
much smaller. If you look at actual minecarts, they're not. They can house a lot of material, but they're not exactly the biggest things on the planet.
Okay, but
You fit 3
is
people.
this 2 rails with wood in between
Yes.
that we can walk down?
There you go.
It'll be a little harder, but yeah, you can definitely get down it, no problem.
How far apart is the wood?
With the rails and the wood in between, it would take a little bit longer. It would count as difficult terrain, but you'll be getting down it no problems.
But these 2 aren't going to fit in a cart.
Most likely not, especially with Eck and Sparks.
Is there just like a set of
Literally
wheels?
the show's pointing at.
Yeah, those are the 2.
What do you mean by a set of? Oh, you're.
Is there just like a set of
The
wheels?
carts have wheels.
We can get down faster.
What?
I can hang on the back.
We better stop.
I'm gonna go for a what?
Wait,
I get in the front cart with him.
does my shield have the same width as the tracks?
I mean,
Come on, give it to us.
if you turn it long ways, yes.
Oh my god.
I don't get tired.
No, you don't. But you do suffer damage.
It's on the shield.
Well, yes. Well,
He means at the bottom.
make an
You don't have
intelligence
brakes,
check.
okay?
Make an intelligence check.
Just go boogie boarding down this at a 45-degree angle.
Come on.
By the way, with the angle of the stairs and how tall it is, it's
The first one goes lower.
at most, it's about 6 feet tall, at most. So you're hunching right now.
Okay.
So you do want to slide on
Intelligence check.
How?
Okay.
Yes.
What's the angle?
Stop.
14.
45
Stop.
degrees.
Oh my
As
god.
I watch you doing this,
Measuring.
I open up my backpack and I hand you a climber's kit.
Oh, I have gloves or climbing.
I take back my climber's kit. Whatever. Do your thing.
They
we
like claws on them.
So
We're
what's your
already,
intelligence
yeah,
check?
they're in Denver, so they're in the car.
So 14. So yes, it is theoretically possible. You would
Yeah,
have,
sure, I'm
you would
good.
quite literally have to sit on it. So otherwise, you're going to hit your
You're
head.
going first.
I mean, gloves I can grab into all of them.
You got in first. I assume you got the front card.
Oh yeah.
It's like I have
Yeah.
brakes.
So we get the back
We
card.
got
I don't know what we do with that.
It gives me a +5 to
Athletics check.
other checks. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm what?
You can't just Spider-Man things.
I'm with the monk.
So
That's
just
probably
keep
the
that in
safest fucking place to be.
If I really need to stop, I have immovable rods.
We're talking over each
I'm
other.
worried about the monk.
If I absolutely have to positively stop, I have immovable rods.
I love this.
Okay, you go after us.
Yeah, you wait till the carts go by so you don't damage the rails. Ek, what are we doing with you?
Slide on your turtle shell.
Just turn them upside down, upside down.
No.
I feel like this is supposed to be a serious episode, and it's just not.
No.
Oh, that's PTSD right there.
But I could just climb into my shell and close my eyes and think about
Not being sent down a tunnel?
Or
Yes,
or
or-
you could ride down on him.
Just
Like Yahoo!
shut your eyes and picture the most beautiful portal you've ever seen. Just focus on
Is
that.
Goss staying with Derek?
God
Oh.
is staying near the religious.
I didn't
eyes.
realize, Davros, you had met Gorunda.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
You
Why
met
don't you
Gorunda?
ride
I
down on
have
Spark's back?
not, but yes, think of Gorunda.
It's a shield, not a tower shield.
No, with that attitude.
It's not big enough for
Let's see if we
that. I
can
can make
think
it
of
to
a
a
worse
boss
one.
fight.
No, he's going to grab onto your back. You're holding onto the shield.
That's a terrible idea.
It's like a sled with yeah, it's the best
It's-
idea I got.
It's a terrible idea. You should probably do it.
Yeah.
I can just take leather
I
straps and
think
strap
it's
to my
perfect.
legs, so we'll be good.
Oh yeah, because that's smart.
I'm joking. I'm not gonna do that.
What was that?
So what are we doing?
We're
I
in
think
cart
it's
number
perfect.
1,
We're in cart
We're in
number
card
two.
number 2.
and
Okay.
he's
So-
on his back on the shield, I believe.
Looking at the carts, you do see a handle, a wooden handle, where it leads to a braking system to the front of the carts, which would be the direction of where you're going, to supposedly slow down if you wish to use them.
You do steering, I do brakes.
Steering? How do you steer a minecart?
You have stick, right? Just in case.
Yes. Yes.
I mean,
How do you steer?
It's-
With a
it's
stick,
multiple
if
parts,
you have to turn your carts.
Wow.
Oh, you hit it. Got it. Gotcha.
I take out my climber's kit.
Okay.
I have pretty good reflex.
I take the 25 feet of rope and the small grappling
It's
hook
longer than my sword.
just in case. I have to grapple backwards and I tie it off on the cart somewhere. There's got to be a place where I can tie it off.
Yeah, you should be able to.
So just
yeah,
throw the
no
hook
problem.
down, let it drag.
Let's
Yeah,
see. These
anchor.
carts,
Right
yeah, there are hand grips on it, so you're able to tie it. There's hand grips on one side of it. Make a investigation check real quick,
Oh, sure. Think of that.
since you're kind of doing this
How far down does the mine shaft go?
I'm helping.
beyond your dark vision.
You're helping?
Yeah.
Check. So it's probably gonna be a
I'll need
long
that.
ride.
You know help.
I'm still fucked up.
6.
6. Okay, you tied off.
Does it look like there's supposed to be more minecarts?
But survival.
Make a perception check.
But isn't survival knots and stuff like that?
No, cracked.
Just saying. Isn't survival tying knots not investigation?
This was for something different.
Oh, okay.
14.
14. You look down into the darkness. It looks like it's able to house a third minecart if there was another minecart available.
Where did the minecart
probably
come back
one
up?
at
Did
the
I have to pull
bottom.
them back up?
Looking around with the perception check, you do notice that there's the what was it called? I have it written down here.
Chain lift?
No, it has a specific.
It's a thingamabobby.
I love when
It's very useful.
Well, whatchamacall?
And who knows?
Okay.
It has a heavy chain at the center of the track that is actually connected to a hand crank off to the side before
Who's
it
that
actually.
third freaking card?
That's not as fun though.
What is it connected to?
The chain,
Yeah.
it just goes all the way down. It looks like to be taut right now.
I'm going to pull on the crank.
So it's not a pull thing.
On
It's
the crank, yeah.
It's a crank.
Oh, I'm going to do that then. I can do that then. That's fine.
It's a one-arm crank. And with your strength, you're fine. And you don't suffer exhaustion. So it makes one hell of a racket.
What one stealthy to begin with?
We're not a stealthy group.
So about 2-3 minutes go by, and from the darkness, you see emerging from the darkness another cart.
Oh, there you go, Eck.
No, that one's in the front.
There we are. Third card.
Put Eck in the front.
Okay.
We can fit two in the
You
one.
know-
So am I
Hey,
going down the front?
Get in.
So now you have a third cart.
Now you guys can get in that one.
Getting it all the way to the top.
I
You
can
notice
lower you
it's
down.
partially full with various different crates.
And then
Small
So then,
crates.
you're by
Maybe
yourself.
this big.
I can just like walk down.
What's in the crates?
that's fair.
Let's
Just stack all
not
three
do
together
that.
and just do that. Lower them down.
Let's just not do that, and I'll go down together.
Yeah. Crates?
Yeah, there are small crates inside this cart.
Can I open one?
Look at
Yeah, I'm gonna start peeking into
You
them.
pick up a small crate. Well, which one would you like to open? There's about one that's about this size. There's one about it looks like it can hold, house a chair, and there's another one. There's a third one that is about this big.
I'm gonna take the little one.
You take the little one.
I'll take the first one.
I'll take the big one.
Take the big one. You kind of have to unload it anyway for the people. All of you make a strength check.
Oh boy. I'm so
Great.
bad at those.
We are trying to open a crate that has been
Hey.
shot. Okay.
19!
19?
18.
18.
I
Neither
could
of
have
us.
used that for in the fight.
You have a crowbar.
17.
I have a
17.
crowbar.
Oh, so we both
So-
rolled
Yeah,
18. It's just I don't have a modifier.
Bigfoot. They have a mini crowbar.
Taking it off, and okay, Hazel and Devus, you hit this immediately before he's ate because you had to move it off to the side and then begin
I put
to
my
take
crowbar
over.
Use my shield as a shim.
Yeah. Oh,
I
okay.
think I have a probably.
Hazel, Devus, you take a moment and try to look around this small hardwood crate, and you try to start to open it from various different angles that would be nailed shut. And you take a moment and you pull and you both look at each other. You're like trying to do like, no, I'm gonna get my own open first. And you both of you slip and just shake your hands as your fingers go numb, and
Crowbar?
nothing opened it. It doesn't even move. Make a roll a
Crowbar.
d6.
That Bruce?
D6.
Crowbar?
Add your strength modifier to it.
D6 and strength mod.
Yeah.
You'd think a rogue could open a box.
8.
8.
If it's big in the lock, yeah.
Well, then
So-
you got a big lockpick right there. Make it
Handing over the crowbar as this is happening with. Where are you standing right now?
Oh,
Everyone else?
Christ.
An open-ish area so I can lay it out. And
So you got to get back into the kitchen
Yeah.
part of the tavern? Okay.
Yeah.
So you open it up. So as you guys are having this, suddenly you hear as the thing suddenly expands and a bunch of metal starts flying in every single direction. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
hide under the shields!
You know how that barrel holds more
Yeah,
stuff
don't
than the
throw
side?
more.
Dex save. I can use.
I don't want to know.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what's in it.
I still kind of want to know, but
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Oof.
Well, that turns it into a 10.
You fail.
Of course I do.
So you take 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
As all sorts of shields, armors, weaponry suddenly just explode outward like a giant confetti. And you are pinned for a few seconds as you're just slabs of heavy pieces of armor are on you.
I look at the armor.
Why does you
What is
just
it
like
made of?
breaking magical artifacts?
Looking around all the weapons, it seems to be basic pieces of armor of chainmail, half plate, splint mail, pretty good stuff actually. And the swords, anywhere from halberds to pikes to short swords and long swords and a couple of longbows.
I
Want
believe
any
there is a.
extras?
And looking back, you see the splinters of the woods has grown about 15 times larger and is just sprinkled the area. You notice that one section of the crate has fully went up to the roof and cracked because it didn't have enough room to grow back up.
Let's take those crates.
Let's not move. Let's not open them.
We should take those with us, the other two, with us somewhere, like out in the courtyard, in our state area that we're using.
And probably speak to Commander to open them.
Now, gaining the information that he had, you did not have enough strength modifier score to actually do enough damage
No,
to
that's
open
cool.
them.
We can detect magic on those later and then identify.
Yeah.
And then, if we get to keep them, then we have stuff.
Okay.
We have a lot of armor as well.
There's a couple of like daggers and swords in you right now.
Oh, there's daggers?
Yeah.
Are there any nice daggers?
Make a investigation check.
That was not fun. Not fun.
Oh, look, there's daggers. I don't know which one is good.
After he stops making the noise, he goes, shh.
They seem relatively decent.
Get
There's a
over
couple
here.
of rusted ones that over time, you're not quite sure how long it's oxidized.
Yes, anyway.
There's daggers.
So let's get going.
Any of them with any silver inlay or...
No, none of them seem to
Davros,
be
can you
ornate.
look over the daggers and tell me if there's any exceptional daggers in here?
Can I look over the daggers?
Make an investigation check. Taking another minute to look it over.
That is plus 14.
14?
No.
There are a lot of daggers and weapons all over the place. They seem to be in relatively good shape. Nothing too special though.
Yeah, they all seem fine. There's nothing special.
I do take one dagger because I never got my other dagger back from that lady dwarf orc.
No problem.
Here's your crowbar.
Thank you.
Okay. Are we done with the foolishness? Can we go now?
From
Yeah,
episode
no,
1.
Very well.
Yep.
By
Let's
the way,
continue with our.
The kitchen that you just came from is now just littered with a small armory of stuff.
It'll
And
help
also
whoever
there's a
tries
giant
going in
wall
there
now
next.
that is cracked to on from the inside because it couldn't expand properly.
It'll help whoever's going in there next.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have weapons.
A lot of weapons and armor.
We're hoping no one else has to come in here.
Okay. Ack, get in the
These were
car.
failed.
They're gonna wonder what the hell happened here when they come in here and see
Do you
Yeah,
still
right.
want to go in the first cart?
armory.
You still want to be in the first cart? Because X.
Yeah.
And do you
Ack,
still want
we'll
to
put
pull
you in
to
the
see
back
if you
cart.
Who's lowering me
You
down?
see me pull out.
We're not.
Well,
No
it's
lowering.
like a rope I rip
You're-
off
you're
a
going
patch
in a
and
cart.
hand you a 10-foot pole.
Um,
You got.
Never thought.
We're gonna go fast and we're gonna
we
rip it
should
off like a
have
band-aid.
the two big guys in the cart together.
Very good.
He's taking his shield down, he said.
I'm climbing
Oh,
in,
We
And
can't
I
fit
am-
two people in the same cart, can we?
pulling
Two.
in.
Ek can fit with
My
one other
arms.
person. Sparks, you can fit with a small person.
In my head.
We have a small person?
I don't think we have.
Hazel-
Skinny person or
Skinny person.
okay.
As you need paired up again then.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
skinny.
Well,
And then 3. That should be fine.
I'll go with you, brother.
I'm pretty skinny.
Okay.
I don't weigh that
Oh,
much.
actually, we can do
You
one,
go with that.
two,
Yeah,
three.
you can. It will be a tight squeeze for you.
Like, yeah, like I'm tall, but
So you're
I
going
weigh
with that?
nothing. Yeah.
Oh, I weigh more than
It's a
that.
physical
One,
space.
two,
so that's-
three.
I weigh
brothers.
160.
Us.
There you go.
We're paired up again.
Now we have a
Weigh like
plan.
119.
You want to be in the front or the back?
I gave him the pole for the front.
I'm assuming you're gonna be in the front.
Okay, so you and Eck in the front.
For a
Okay.
second.
You two.
If I get hit
In
by
the back.
something, I do not want to crush you.
You're
Wait, I'm in the
Appreciate
front now?
Oh, okay, we'll be in the back.
Let's be in the back.
We'll
You
be
and
in
I
the
are
back.
Okay, so we got Sunny and Varian in the back. Go ahead and put yourselves in the back.
Marching order.
TWR. We got Sparks and Davrus together.
Sparks
Hey,
and Davros? No, Sparks and Hazel.
No, Davrus is with the turtle.
Davrus is with the turtle.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay,
Like
so
Sword
Ek
turtle.
and Davrus
Sword
in the
turtle.
very back,
Portal.
Turtle.
They're in the front.
Very front.
very front, and
How's
then
that?
Sparks and Hazel
In the middle.
in the middle.
And I gave him 10-foot pole
Brothers in the
because
back.
it's always useful to have one of those.
Noted.
In case we need people.
And I'm just gonna use my sword if need be. Or you can use your staff.
If you need to change stuff, okay.
Mhm.
So you guys load
So
yourself
that
up.
I'm gonna
Right.
pick up an extra sword so that we don't fuck one of our own
I'm
things.
Good point.
One more time, Ek.
Sorry, go ahead, Hazel.
Just I want to pick up an extra sword so that we can use that instead of fucking up one of our items.
Easy enough. I mean, it's
Actually,
pointless in an armory. Just
For the
and
sake of
it looks
argument,
like
you probably want a halberd for that. instead of
yeah.
swords.
Yeah.
And okay, so
We're going for a halberd.
if you're gonna get a halberd, the physical space that you need in order to do that. First of all, it's only 6 feet wide, and it's only maybe 6 feet.
I think we're right because my wingspan's pretty far.
If you hit the wall,
So I'll be alright. My wingspan is pretty decent.
Yeah.
I am 7 foot.
He is barely able to fit. He's able to hunch over.
Okay.
Shield over the
Gain
head.
into the cart. Actually, make a general dex check.
I'm getting in the one in the back.
No,
Yes, but
there's one
you're
in the
getting
middle.
onto the
Yeah,
cart,
that's right.
which is on the staircase and the ceiling at the same time, and you're trying to sit so that you don't have your head scraping against the rooftop
I was like,
while you're going down.
She's gonna basically be sitting with my hands on my knees or something, on my chest
Yeah.
or something.
Exactly. Make a general dex check. You're a big boy.
Dex check.
Yeah.
Oh.
7.
7.
Actually, that'd be a 9.
A 9? Okay, so you get in. You see the side buckle a little bit.
and you live there now.
Can I help shift him into a better position, or?
No, he's way too fucking heavy.
No, because none of us brought Vaseline. Let's just keep going.
You can't really move.
We have ale.
Dude, but
Which
that's-
is now underneath me and currently
That's
getting
not slippery,
crushed.
that's sticky.
So, hopefully there's not 75 gallons worth of dwarven ale that's about to explode out of this.
You
You
know,
can take an
we'll
ale
see.
bathtub.
Actually, 75 gallons
That's
per
how I
quite
go.
nicely.
Yeah, then you'll be riding with Ed, so don't worry about it. Alright, can we go now, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, you're able to barely get in
So-
with him.
You're going to be
And it's
steering
not
and it's
comfortable.
breaking.
Okay.
Yeah,
What's your investigation?
but you're able to get in. So there is a lever that unlocks it from the
You
chain,
gonna help me?
and it's only a one-way path. So once it starts falling, it starts falling. As far as what you get, and you have to brake in order to slow you down.
So now I'm in a different cart, so I gotta retie. So you want me to do another investigation?
No,
Try
No,
and keep
actually-
We're actually in
Yeah.
the same cart. I just got in the one you were in.
No, we're in the back. I wasn't.
You were in the back before.
make another investigation check.
Because
Yes,
we're in the
if you're
front,
back
which
in
is
the
the
cart.
18.
18. Okay, so going from one cart to another, and you go back. Your eyes went to the wood. The wood that just splintered is relatively new, and it actually contrasts to what you're looking at. The wood from the trap door where you were standing, and the levers that were all exposed look far older than what they're supposed to look like.
Okay.
And you
Because
Take
we
one.
got scared of this.
and you hear, and you see wood flakes just from touching it.
Davros,
Yeah.
what's
So I
your
take my
favorite
time,
cuss
okay.
word in Auckland?
What?
What's your favorite cuss word in Auckland? Because I think we're about to say it.
Exact.
Can I give a top 5?
Where?
Can I reach up to touch the ceiling?
In the bottom.
Okay.
I think I can reach
Tap
up
in
to
a
touch the ceiling.
piton and tie it off.
Oh, it's from the basin so they can pull it with rope?
The base of the cart.
Uh-huh.
Tap in a piton. Does it stick nice and good? I have a climber's kit.
Yeah,
I
you're
have two
taking a
of them.
piton and you're sticking it into the floor.
Of the cart.
Oh, of the cart.
Yes.
Make a strength check because you're trying to go through
Brother,
steel.
tap this in.
I got 2 things.
Make a strength check.
2
Because
questions.
I have a nice hammer.
1. Can I touch the ceiling from laying down in the cart?
22.
You feel that your head's touching the ceiling.
Well, I'm laying down in the
Oh,
cart, basically.
strong.
Can I
Yeah,
touch
and
the
you feel
ceiling?
like your head is just touching.
Okay. 2. Is there a place I could put an immovable rod that isn't going to hit me but touch the cart?
Yeah, you put it under his butt.
Sure.
Like against the, like
Okay.
under his
Not-
armpits.
I'm going to have it primed, but just
You
wait.
could sit backwards.
Understood.
I'm not going to sit backwards.
This is the
You
worst
adjust
fucking
yourself
thing.
using
We're
your
way-
previous deck, and
Yeah.
you find a good spot, and you're like, okay, I primed and ready.
22.
So I got one hand up to grab
22?
if I need to slow down, and I've got
Suddenly,
that for
this
emergencies.
echoing sound of rock hitting metal, going through additional metal, suddenly echoes through the channel. It is in tight.
There you go.
Now I tie off the rope.
Okay?
And I hold it. The rope and the little thing.
So it's connected into the minecart,
Done.
Yeah.
Lock.
so that you're just anchoring yourself to the minecart, correct?
The definition of done.
Is that what you were trying
No,
to do?
I'm holding the rope
Yeah.
in case I need to throw it out to anchor it
Ah, okay. Okay.
with the
Now I understand what you're
with
trying
the
to do.
climbing. What do you call it?
Got it.
Grapple.
The
Okay.
grappling hook.
Got it. So did you do it the front or the back of the car?
Back.
Back of the car. Thank
That was
you.
good.
Okay, now I
Good
understand what you were trying to do.
Good.
Okay, so you feel, after taking this measure, I mean, unless you want anything else to do with the carts.
Go!
Are you guys going to be stopping somewhere?
Well, they have a stopping lever. These are all just in case.
I mean, he did describe that the levers were old and rickety.
Yeah, well, so are we. Let's go.
No, so is Derek.
So
You have the
there.
10-foot pole to do it with.
Yeah.
You're
Hey,
welcome.
you can try. There you go.
Okay.
Alright.
We'll be
One
fine.
by
We're
one.
probably gonna
Let's
die.
go.
You
You
can-
need him to break in half.
You click, hit the lever at the top of the cart that
Pull that
releases that releases the hook that hooks into the chain. And one more round. How much time are you leaving towards each other? Or are you going back to back?
Let's go.
Not back to back.
No, not that far apart. We're gonna leave
12
like
seconds?
12 seconds.
12 seconds. It
seconds.
is.
2,
Because it's 2 rounds of
3, 4. Devers.
Yeah.
2, 3. Sparks and Hazel. And then suddenly, as soon as Spark and Hazel release, Hazel, you're going down as the wind. And then suddenly you're as you turn around and you just see Spark's head just hitting the.
That's why you like that!
It's like it's like that movie with Riddick. It's like that movie with Riddick when he's on the cart and he keeps pushing people's heads up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
It's,
gonna
Sparks,
shift in
It
the
is
cart a little.
agonizing as it shakes the innards, not in a good way, as your entire body starts to vibrate, as you're literally just being
Follow
rolled
the
away.
sparks.
I'm trying to slide
Oh,
down.
actually, I forgot something about the house. Let's
I'm
do
like
that real fast.
shifting so that he can move more under.
It doesn't help much, but it turned out that it wasn't 6 foot all the way down.
Of course it wasn't.
Yeah.
That's me my car.
We were
Yeah.
gonna go once.
All right,
Yeah,
and
so-
then we pull and go.
Good thing you are last.
Because you are last. Yes.
Sometimes I despise being a juggernaut.
I'm sorry, man.
So seeing the sparks in the distance and a slight scream.
At least you can see the sparks down this further.
Davros, what's that noise?
I turn around and I just see crazy sparks like 100 meters back. Just nothing.
And then suddenly, Ek and Sparks, the people that were being drugged from the invisible darkness of the abyss or whatever is coming and chanting, suddenly grows louder as you guys race past.
And go past
the
it.
wraith's face as it's stretching through the realities, as it's scraping and scraping against the wall, as you pass all the specters past them at supersonic speeds. As you guys just scream out in terror. And then Sparks.
We don't
and
have
then
time to stop back.
What did you say?
We don't have time to stop.
Hi.
Do I see the specters when we're going? down?
You guys all see the specters as you are racing 20, 30, 40,
Oh,
50 feet.
as I see them, I just hold one of my iron spikes out through them.
As they are not magical, they pass through them.
It's iron.
It's steel, actually.
No, I had iron spikes.
Oh, you got iron spikes.
Yeah, I bought iron spikes, remember? To lock the doors, if we had to.
Iron Pisons.
Okay. They hit one of the specters. Are you trying to impale him?
You have.
Sure, I was just having fun with it.
Make an attack, sure.
He just stick one hand out on each side. Just how many can dodge it? I'm not even gonna move. I'm just gonna see what happens.
What kind of attack would that be?
Melee.
Okay.
So it would be make a dex if you want to do dex.
Okay, I'll do dex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope, I miss.
Okay. So as you pass through, they hit, but don't do seemingly any type of damage as they pass by. As it passes by.
Ironworks!
Good to know!
Thanks!
I feel like our cart's too far away
50.
here.
Yeah,
60
I'm
feet.
already pulling.
Oh, you're already pulling?
Yeah.
Roll a D100.
Oh, fuck.
Do we...
You are in the middle. Ek and
How far down are
80
we going?
feet. 90 feet. 100 feet. It immediately goes forward.
Heck! Break!
Break. Where's the break?
As he's
And as he asks where the break
it
is.
immediately
Where's the
goes
break?
from 45-degree angle to horizontal.
Fuck!
Oh, God.
And you
Just
yeah.
act break. Where's the break?
Well,
Both
we
of you
hear
make a
that.
Constitution saving throw.
That's gonna break the rails.
Okay, I was
100,
I think it's a 13.
13. You're good. As you pull the brake.
And as I see
Con
them
save.
slowing down, I decide to do the same thing.
Okay.
Con save.
Con
19.
So have we walked down the road?
I have advantage.
One of us makes it or both of us?
7.
Oh,
I would like to
nice.
hop out of the cart.
No,
As
right now
soon
only.
as we're
First of all, only Ek and Davus are making the Constitution saving throw.
No, I'm 7 is for us doing the break scheme.
Ah,
They're
7.
slowing down.
You're good. You're slowing. That is true.
You rolled a 7.
So, Ek, what'd you do over?
I have advantage because I was contracted in my shell,
That is true.
and I rolled a 25.
Ooh. Well, I rolled
Oh,
shit.
I thought he was going to roll something good.
So, both of you succeed, and you both take half damage of 5d6
Ow.
because you were going at 100 feet.
Yeah,
down,
no, that's-
essentially.
I want to hop out of the cart as soon as like the brakes.
Certainly. Let me
work.
calculate this. That's going to be a 14 halves, so that's going to be 7 points of bludgeoning damage to both Ek and Davus. You slow down, and it's still not nice, but it hits horizontal, and you jump out. Being a monk, you're fine, and you land. 1 roll, 2 rolls, and land. Your head, and you stop, and you stop even faster because you're also acting as another brake.
Because
you move your head,
it's weighing down.
As
the
you
cart.
just move your head left and right and you take the whole cart over as the rest of the party joins down, you get up and you notice that there's an orange spot, almost like a donut, and just empty into nothingness.
Then we make it down okay?
You'll all make it down okay.
Does anyone have
You guys are still
Oh wait.
going 10 or 20 feet as Ek and Davus are going off into the distance. Wheels.
I'm trying to break.
Okay,
after the
roll a
crash.
d100. Roll a d100.
Okay.
I'm gonna take
I don't think they started breaking soon enough.
4 potions this way?
Where are they going?
Healing potions?
What type?
Regular?
100.
I take the keg and I open the
Oh,
tap
yeah.
and put it on my head.
92.
92. You pull it. It rips off. And you go out that distance.
You have a shell, and I'm leaping out.
Make an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics is fine. Oh, not if I roll dog shit. Acrobatics 13.
Oh, that is not good enough.
I'm going to go tumbling.
You're gonna take another 5d6 bludgeoning damage.
Maybe we should have kept the experience rogue.
You do have uncanny dodge. Actually,
You can't do
this
that
is a
with
dexterity saving throw. So you take half anyway.
I don't have evasion yet.
No, you don't have evasion yet. You're
No,
level
it's
7.
uncanny dodge, not evasion.
Wait,
It's not a melee.
am I 7?
Yeah, you're 7.
Oh, you have an old sheet then.
Oh,
Oh, you did. Oh.
because I didn't know that I leveled.
I told you. I
I
gave
wasn't
you
here
a gift
last
and
time.
everything.
You didn't tell me I hit 7, I thought.
Yes, I did.
All right,
Maybe you did,
so-
I don't know.
You're 7, but it wasn't
I'm on level
working
6 on mine.
because it's
My
not
level
that
7?
kind of
No,
attack.
because it's not an AoE, so that
I
evasion
gave you a
wouldn't
level
count.
7 sheet and everything.
No, you didn't.
Well, we're gonna have to change
This
our
was only level 6.
things after the break, and I'm gonna have a words about communication. Anyway,
Maybe you changed it. Maybe it didn't.
Shout out to the viewers.
Evasion
Use
works for
D&D
very
Beyond.
fast, though.
It keeps you updated.
oh,
on
I
the
use
better.
D&D Beyond for everything.
Or
It's
create your
wonderful.
own and just be.
But
be
anyway,
good
you do have evasion, so you take half anyway. So that's 10. Ooh, that's 22 points of bludgeoning damage, half to 11 points of bludgeoning damage because you got evasion. Ed, you're racing down the dark tunnel. And Davos just jumped out. You saw Davos, he jumped out, and then suddenly you hear a wham! As you just hit, you went through a doorway and then hit the wall.
Fuck. I
Oh
jumped
my
out
God.
for a moment.
A new cuss word cannot be found out.
Why did you do that?
As you
One
hear,
that no one has ever heard before.
as you go off into
Should we
the
go
darkness,
after that?
10, 20, 30 feet, as you guys are looking around and taking around your surroundings, as you hear the
And time I roll. Put it back in my pack with it.
Okay.
I leave the piton in the
Ed, you are still racing into the darkness. Are you doing it?
I'm
that fast.
jumping out.
Okay,
Fuck.
make an athletics check.
Oh shit.
Okay, I had to do a bonus action to
My health.
get out of my shell.
That's fine.
And go, where the fuck did everyone go? Okay, what am I rolling for?
Make it.
Athletics.
I'm so scared.
Athletics.
No, yeah, make an athletics and then an acrobatics check.
Okay, so an athletics check. Awesome, 25.
Nice, easy enough. You get out of the cart without even tipping the cart over or anything. This is also to see if you were kind of fall with the cart. You get out of the cart, and now you need to make an acrobatics check as you're still racing at least for a pretty good speed right now.
An acrobatics one, I'm looking stuff. Oh god, yeah.
Talk and roll.
7.
Talk and roll.
Oh wait, no, acrobatics check?
Yeah.
It's worse than that.
Okay.
No, actually, sorry.
So it
this is
doesn't matter.
You fail.
Not that it mattered. Yeah.
You take 20 points of bludgeoning damage as you get out, and you're like, I'm free! And then darkness as you just panic for a half second. And you also are memorized by there's no wheels on the cart in the back as they shattered off from the freaking trajectory. As you just see sparks spraying in the background as they're flying into the distance, as you just go head first into the stone floor. Slam. And a third time as you just roll on the back of your shell. Before you hit a wall along with the cart.
Talk about cutting.
You stopped.
Let's do that again.
That's not.
I mean,
Never.
I had fun.
I chose the right person to do the
So-
All right. Am I able to see
So did I.
anyone with my dark vision? For this
With your dark vision, yes, you see an orange glow in the distance where you were coming
quickly
from.
dissipating.
Quickly dissipating, and you hear the hissing sound of liquid hitting hot material.
What? Oh, shit. Hello? Where'd everyone go?
We're good. We're back here.
You guys are about 50, 60 feet apart. As you saw the
All
cart
right.
actually
Oh, so I
I
turn.
go back to them.
So I see him. Okay.
So we can see him plain as day.
Oh, yeah. For those that have greater vision and stuff like that.
Alright.
You have dark vision. I'm
Is
sorry,
that
Matt.
20
You
feet?
I
have
have
dark vision.
goggles.
Same here.
Yes, you do have goggles. Everyone's got dark vision now. Good.
Yeah.
So it makes it simple.
But we have 120.
So, you guys saw this as the
He
back
just went
wheels.
on his head.
Oh.
I took a piece of paper.
Oh.
He can't see it.
He can't see it.
And then
Yes,
where
you
you're
can.
looking down towards Ek, about halfway down, my arm comes out from the ground, just with thumbs up.
They're both alive. Yay.
4.
And it just turns into this.
It appears as that
I
chose
get
the
up
right
and I just
person to ride with.
I chose the wrong moment to jump out.
If I had 5 fingers, I'd flip the middle one.
I start walking back.
Do what?
Your head's flat.
You
If
can't
I
see any of
had
what we're
5
doing.
fingers, I'd flip the middle one.
Yeah, but you can't see us. We can see you.
He has dark vision.
We're further back.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. So he's just
You guys were 60
On your-
feet.
on-
We were
Yeah.
behind you.
Oh.
colliding back together. You guys get back together, no problem.
Okay.
Roll a d4 for me. Sparks.
Yeah, right?
The number of inches that has been.
Inches. Holy crap.
No centimeters.
Yeah.
It's a doorway.
So it
No.
is
2
It
inches.
is 1 inch
So
in
I hit
diameter.
the frame.
That's been taken off.
It's very wide.
Okay, that's not a huge rare star.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It didn't get into the other parts inside, but
I have a band running across the middle of my head, anyways.
yeah, it's like a little bit backwards.
I can fix it.
That's not.
It's easy.
How?
It's easy.
How?
I pull out that
Am I able to
cobalt
see
horn
this?
I had and go to
Yes,
put
you
it
are.
in the hole.
Oh my
Hole.
god.
It's just a scuff.
He said he has hole, right?
In his helm, yeah.
But
It's not a hole.
He said it was a hole.
Don't worry.
It's a hole in your helmet.
it'll buff out.
I like it.
Perfect.
Strangely enough, a 1 inch diameter would.
Fit
No,
perfect.
I used a little bit of mud to hold it in place.
Okay. Okay.
There, you're fixed.
You have to bend it a little bit to get it inside.
Take off the cobalt.
Make a strength check, real quick.
Fierceness.
Me?
Yeah. It's just a little bigger.
Okay.
29.
Oh Jesus!
Nat 20.
Wow.
And what tooth is this?
It's the kobold horn from the kobolds.
Oh, so it's a big one.
Yeah,
Okay, so this copper horn, as you take a moment and just kneel down, it's like he doesn't have a lot of muscle mass, and then suddenly you just hear a cranking of metal as he just shoves it into your forehead, and there's a moment of fear and tension, and then a moment passes, and then suddenly you just shake your head. There's not even much movement on it. It's just lodged fucking in there as you have a nice twisted copper. Horn, essentially polished.
I take my shield and look at it.
Your shield is not a mirror.
This must be like some mirror. No? Okay, fine.
Oh, that's fine. Prestidigitation.
A small mirror. Okay, yeah.
So a picture of what he looks like now.
Mirror works too, though.
Or mirror, whatever.
It disappears 6 seconds, but you get a look at it. It looks rather intimidating.
I guess I know. Oh,
Strange.
No, wait.
Unicorn.
Sparkles. He's a unicorn.
Yes.
It doesn't look bad. I like it.
A simple, I like it would have sufficed.
The sparkles were fun.
It's sparks, not sparkles.
Hey, who doesn't like unicorns?
Yes.
It's sparks, not sparkles.
If he could poop, I wonder what
It's
his
not
poop would
short
be
for
now.
No.
Okay.
I've never encountered unicorn poop.
I mean, either.
Now
I
you
try
know
to
why I'm
avoid
called sparks.
Other people's poop.
Is that why, really?
What?
I sparkle up.
Okay.
I told you.
Ak, are you okay? Did you take any damage from this?
No, I'm normally missing that plate from my.
Okay. So, we made it. Let's keep going.
I'm just
So,
So where are we?
studying.
Yes.
Are you offering to help? Look, this part right here.
I think we just broke up. Well, one more time,
No, he
David?
leaned away from the mic.
Oh, he's leaning away from the mic. Okay.
It was a visual thing.
Okay.
Uh,
Anyway,
So that's where the half shell is. Got it.
describing your surroundings so that you know where you are, now gathering your senses. Davos, you get up and you're actually in the door frame of a room, even though it goes down further and it takes a right and goes down, which the hallway goes to first, so you guys travel to where he is. Davos, you find the shambles of what used to be 3 separate rooms that have had the walls in between them either collapsed over time or have been intentionally punched out to make a bigger room. Hard to tell, honestly. And you find yourself looking at what essentially is a storage room that is now.
I would guess the walls came down from wear and tear or extreme home decor.
That is now 60 feet long and 15 feet wide. That is filled with boxes, barrels, cases, mining equipment, and all sorts of.
Don't break them open.
Don't break up. But give me a minute.
Detect magic.
Blah, 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 make a big thing of black TV size thing, and I start looking through it, detecting magic.
Okay. Interesting. All right. As you perform your arts and have essentially a oval of darkness that kind of puts a light shade of black around everything, you look through it. A lot of the barrels, not all of them. A lot of them are just normal barrels. But however, there's a few of them that give a glow of no true specific type of magic that the spell can identify, but have a magical essence to them, and you can spot them out of smaller crates. And each one that is glowing essentially has smaller crates.
So check them out later.
Let me check the spell real quick.
We can check them out now. It says it's magical or not.
I mean, or
I
we
can pull
head
out the
back
ones you
up
say
to
is
the
magical
race.
and put so that they're separate.
Yeah.
Put them in a pile.
There's about
Sack.
12 of them.
So
Okay.
we put them up against one wall specifically, and we'll check them out later.
I have a sack if you want to take them.
do we think we should turn some light on here?
The magic.
We
Or
don't need
just keep it
it.
in the dark?
Just keep it in the dark. It's fine.
We all have dark vision.
How
I
much
know,
each one
but-
way?
Things might be down here that like the dark. We turn some light on.
I love the dark.
Keep it.
I am the dark.
Yeah, we know it's dark.
I suggest we keep the dark for now.
How much do each of the small crates weigh?
Okay, had to double check something. One more time.
Are the small crates light or heavy?
The small crates, no more than 15 pounds
Each?
each.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna drag that around. We'll leave it here.
And these boxes, they go from anywhere from small crates to crushed barrels to a small little pancake size disc.
But there's no school of magic.
I will carry that one.
No true school of magic,
I'll carry the pancake one though.
as this is a new school of magic.
Interesting.
I'm gonna take the pancake one.
Huh.
One that you're not familiar to.
Huh.
What were the ones again?
It's various different sizes. There's one that's
It's-
familiar to that different box one. There's
This
another
is
one
what
that's
I'm
flat as a
about.
disc and maybe 7 inches round in
Just taking
diameter.
that.
And also a barrel that has been crushed, very familiar to your dwarven cask.
I'll take that one as well.
Okay.
I have two.
Okay, first of all, how many did you just pick up?
How many are there?
There's about 12. No, what?
Of the ones that look like the barrel I have.
I'm gonna roll it.
I mean, we don't need a whole lot of that.
Woo!
Like-
Okay, so that's gonna be
That's a lot of ale.
16
16.
crates of these. Apparently they had a full house.
Okay, that's
And
a lot
remember-
of barrels of ale.
But we don't
No,
know
they're
what's
all
in.
different crates, and none of them have a spit to them.
Is it the same type of magic that I detected on the ale barrel?
Similar, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Time Lord, man.
Well, we have my cards. We can pull them back up if we need be.
Yeah.
We have 2 my cards.
Yes, we do. One of them is embedded in the wall. This is in 2 wheels.
So,
I've
where
got
are
a-
you placing them specifically, if I may ask? If you're taking all of these 16.
No, I think we're leaving most of them in the middle of the room. I'm just taking the round one.
We're taking the.
You're taking the disc one?
odd ones.
Okay.
Hey, these are two.
I have enough room in my pack for
I'm not taking anything.
We're gonna come back this way. So
So you think?
How big is it again?
You know who owns this stuff.
I do.
Actually, you haven't rolled. Roll a history or a... It would be a history check.
So there's 16 of those barrels.
No.
They were fully loaded. Of different crates that have been collapsed.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know shit. 8.
Okay, you don't know the specific household or crime organization that this is. You don't recognize it. But you know that the more you take, the more likely they're going to kill you.
I think someone owns this.
I didn't take any of it.
I didn't take anything.
I feel like we shouldn't take this stuff. I have a bad feeling.
How long have these been here?
It might explode on bad guys.
What if other bad guys want them back?
We'll tell them where it was.
Just leave it.
Yeah. Listen to the elf.
Just kidding.
Something a domino effect.
New characters.
How do you
However,
die? By being
If
crushed
bad
by
things
a
happen,
hole.
we got back through the
buried.
screen and I
This
threw a
is the
fireball back
fucking-
in.
Death by inventory.
It's the most strangest vault in Deathly Hallows.
Yeah.
That's
Everything just.
I'm sorry, that's such a Skyrim death. Death by inventory.
Alright. Is there a door?
What's that duplicate
So-
magic where you touch it? You know.
So
duplicates?
moving on from this area, as you guys are going around,
So I think we passed the fight.
Davos, starting to tell people to put this down and going through the various different crates. Does a 21 hit?
Ooh.
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, that hits most of us.
Well,
Sorry,
not
it doesn't
all.
hit you, actually.
Davos, as you were moving around, suddenly something grabs your ankle, pulls it closer as you turn around and see what looks to be a mangled corpse that had been horrifically burned as it takes its arm and its broken arm and its neck snaps into place as its mouth opens and bites down on your leg.
Ow.
Ah.
No.
Well, yes, it does. It
Try again,
does 5 points of slashing damage, essentially, a bit.
Yeah.
And I need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I like that.
When did this turn into zombies?
22.
22. As it continues to tear into your leg, through your boot, and you can feel it as blood starts to spill out. It's biting the fucking leg, man. What are you doing?
I'm trying to kick it off me.
Okay, you kick it off.
Fuck!
You kick up
And
as it starts crawling out.
And I'm gonna get my sword and try to stab down through its head.
I assume
With
we see
advantage.
this at this point? We see this at this point?
Oh yeah.
Let's
It was
smash
just a chorus behind a couple of crates.
That's a natural 20.
with sneak attack.
That is all the sneak attack doubled.
Roll all the damage. This actually counts.
It is so dead.
And that's with the sword. I dropped that. Could
You're a
you
little
get-
excited with your sneak attack, aren't you?
Yeah.
Double the dice or double the damage?
I've never
And it's 4d6 now.
I've never critted sneak attack.
Is that a purple metal dice?
Yeah.
I've never critted sneak attack with this character.
What
I have an
is that?
assassin, so it does it all the time with him.
Ooh,
That is gonna be 15 double to 30 and then 35.
35 with a single jab with your obsidian blade. It goes through their head as the eye pops out and still holds onto the retina.
I put one of my feet on the head and kind of.
Are there any more?
And with as you pull, you
I
expect
wanna do a
blood
little hop.
and visceral to come out, but as you pull out, dust. Just make another Constitution saving throw as a bunch of dust just falls off its body.
Jesus.
As it's been
I would like to
horrifically
do a little
vandalized.
hop.
That was dog shit.
So that I would just like to hop so that if anything's trying to grab my ankles, they can.
Okay, you jump up.
I look for more ankle biters.
Nope.
What'd you roll?
5.
5. As you just start coughing, as you start coughing back and forth, as you just were not expecting that much dead Persian ash to get into your system, you're poisoned for 1 minute.
Oof.
As time goes by, as you guys are taking around your surroundings, nothing else happens. You stop coughing to get it out of your system.
That was bad. I didn't like that.
That's a good hit.
Thank you.
I start looking
You blew
around.
him up with a sword.
I know, it scared me.
What are you looking
Pull
for?
my sword. I'm
Wait.
looking for anything else that might be moving.
Make a perception check.
It's scary to you.
Of course. I don't know why I'm even trying.
There we go.
As long as things come at me and I'm
8.
expecting them,
8.
that works.
Looks clear.
I'm over here.
So it goes down further through the
I
tunnel. right?
don't want to.
There's nothing else in here with us. We're all good.
Thank you.
The tracks continue on
With that great roll.
further down.
Looking down the hallway, it goes off a 90-degree path, but it's no longer a 90. It's not a 90-degree anymore. It looks like they made their own additions to the hallway so that the track actually curves, so that it actually can move with it. And they've carved a section out of the room that you can see another new pathway out that just got kind of just cut into the room itself, where you see the track, and then it goes on to the rest of the hallway to the right, and it looks like it goes down again.
Which way do we hear the chanting coming from?
Make a perception check. Oh, from
Guys, does anybody hear the chanting?
I'm going to be pushing
Yeah.
the minecart back onto the rails.
Helping.
17.
Take a rock, shove it under the wheel so it doesn't move.
Oh shit. 17.
17.
17.
Both of us.
Take it a moment and listen for the chanting.
I hear it.
Oh, there it is. No, you don't hear it.
I just
Even
heard
though-
it. It was right there.
The spectrals that you were listening for, and you're waiting for the entities to be dragged down. They're not coming down.
Oh, use your big pointy ears.
Well, we got to figure out how to lay the bodies.
But you
to
do
rest.
hear another sound as you hear from the
Something's
distance, from the not the area you came from, but further down. You hear. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Of course it's further down. It's the goo.
There's
So we should go that way.
That's what you're going to
fuck. Just Do your thing.
Can I do a perception check trying to listen?
Certainly.
It thrives off negativity. Doors are very negative.
19.
19.
Got me past
Same thing.
I think they dug too deep. Looking something.
Oh, well, I mean, we're in a volcano, so.
No. Same thing.
I don't hear any more than you.
Alright, let's go that way.
Well, we'll go that way. Marching order.
Rails or no rails?
Towards the bloop bloop, right?
I'm gonna follow the rails.
Towards the bloop bloop.
No. No. There you go. Much better.
How wide's the walkway?
5 feet, 10 feet.
Sorry, I had to double check something. Okay, so you're going down the pathway, and it's a little shorter. It's not maybe 5 feet tall, and that's it. So a couple of you have to duck down.
I'm on hands and knees at this point.
It's about 5.5, so you're able to fit through it. Yeah.
5.5 feet to 7 feet. That's a foot and a half. I'm gonna be crunching down.
Yeah. You're a tall fucker in Dwarf Town.
I'm basically hands and feet.
5.5 feet?
5.5 feet.
I have to duck.
I'm ducking just a little.
How tall are you?
5'9".
I'm 5'1".
It's very minimalistic on how these carts would barely fit through.
6'2". I'm definitely fucking
Okay,
crouching.
hang on.
Oh, dude, you're tall.
We're doing that.
I kind of stretch.
He's tall, skinny. He's a tree.
I'm pulling the cart that we had. That me and Hazel ran in. I'm
It
pulling it
fits
behind
like a
me.
glove.
Wow.
The water just kind of stretches.
I'm pulling it behind me.
Yeah.
But skinny as a beanball.
With you, you'll be able to do it. How are you guys proceeding as you go down this 45-degree tunnel?
Carefully.
Well, we were asking
Oh,
the width.
before the 45 degree tunnel.
It's 6 feet wide.
Okay.
It's
so
wide.
we have to go 5.
So hang on. If there's a 45 degree tunnel going down again, another one?
No.
No, we already we don't have enough carts anymore.
We have 2 carts.
And
I
you
don't know.
probably won't be able to fit into it again.
Okay. Well, we can send it down first.
Yeah, especially not with the
No.
horn now.
Let's not send it down
Okay.
first.
Why'd you put the rock? Move it back.
This one, where's the road up yet?
No.
It's a bad idea.
Hearing from the distance.
I don't like that sound.
It's the goo.
If you're proceeding down carefully and silently, make a stealth check. If you so choose to.
Yes.
I will certainly attempt to.
Trying.
At disadvantage.
Ek, make a stealth check. At
Actually,
disadvantage because you
Wait.
got the cloak.
Do you want...
Oh, yes, thank you.
Is there any way, since I'm leading, for me to try to help other people?
How would you like to help someone? Tell me, how would you like to help them?
At the very least, since Sunny's right behind me, I can kind of like, I don't know, just like don't step there kind of thing. Just like
Nice.
hug the wall right here sort of thing.
So you will be talking.
Oh, you're right. You'd have to be verbal.
Because you're trying to be a mentor in a, this is like, trying to teach on the field.
Yeah.
I think we're the stealthy too.
17.
16.
Not bad, not bad.
30.
Jeez.
Well, shit!
You decided to leave the campaign.
I'm just gonna take this side door here and go through the wall.
10.
Ooh.
I just,
9.
I activated no clip.
11.
So, the guy dragging a rock and the guy made of metal are the quietest two besides the rogue?
Besides the fucking ghost with a 30.
Okay.
Ghost where?
Oh god damn it.
So
I'm
continuing
afraid of a
down,
ghost.
some of you quiet, some of you not so much, but not too noisy. As you guys make it down, 1 step, 2 steps, 50 feet, 60 feet. About the 80-foot mark, you start to see light at the end of the tunnel.
Is it getting hot?
We're dead.
It is definitely getting hot.
Okay. Do we
As you
want to
see
go
an
back?
orange glow.
I don't know if I like this. Do we want to turn around?
Why? It's nice and cool down here.
And you see at the very end of it, about 20 more feet, so another 100 feet down, in total, I mean, you see the rail tracks, now that it's lit up by this orange glow of molten earth, crack in the side of the wall that looks like it has collapsed. From the distance, you see the rail cart destroyed in that single section where a crack collides at that section. or molten earth.
I'm glad we didn't take the cuts any further.
Yeah, okay, we can go back now.
It's not big. It's a small, maybe 2, 3, 4 foot crack
Still-
that gets wider.
That's enough for us to, die.
But this side and that side of the track seem stable.
So, after a few feet, yes.
How far is it?
You said it's only 4 feet.
For the amount of track that's destroyed,
People are
the
allowed.
amount of track is about 10 feet that is actually destroyed. As you see it mangled and bent and partially melted.
It's 24 feet.
Oh, then we'll do that.
Do we want to keep going this way? Because that could help us get across safely.
You guys can step over this relatively easy.
Or unless I hear a voice in my head that says we can probably do this safely.
I'm just going to use my 2 movable rods and kind of help myself monkey bar across.
You can.
Again, it's only 1 foot, 2 foot. As it gets to the corner, let's say this is the wall, it's like a single foot here that doesn't exactly hit the wall entirely, and then it expands onto the right side. So if you hug the left side, you can step over it easily.
Okay.
Oh,
I
okay.
step over it easily.
That's not what I was imagining.
Yeah.
Same.
Yep.
Okay,
Sure.
so we do that.
But getting closer, sticking to your same stealth roll, you notice that the wall that was essentially collapsed downward, you look to the right and see a room that used to be something. You're not quite sure what, and it is impossible to tell what it was previously. Now, as you see the melted walls and the scorched, marked, and ash-ridden floors, walls, and ceilings, that you see this roughly 60 feet by 50 foot room devastated by some sort of massive explosion. As you see this trench going from you to the opposite side of the room that expands out maybe 20 feet in length at the center of it, of molten earth, almost like a giant scar at the center of it,
Are there
with something at the very center of this pool, of this room, of twisted metal and strange orange. You're not quite sure if it's orange or if it's just the light that's illuminating it, crystals that are jetting up, along with a lot of fucking undead.
Oh, a what?
A lot of fucking undead. Let me get the battle map. Hey!
Wanna get them
Oh
off?
boy.
Well, they're distracted. They're fucking undead.
That's true. Are the undead fucking? Or
That's
are they
not what
fucking
they're
undead?
doing. That's their use.
Is it necrophilia?
If only we had a bar. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
I'm not taking that one for the team.
Is it technically necrophilia if they're undead?
Yes.
Yeah, it is technically necrophilia.
It's not technically necrophilia. It is
This thing is
necrophilia.
a lot heavier than I expected. Thank you very much.
Well,
I love when love is involved in a fight. Oh, did I say love? Well,
Love, exciting.
I know I did.
That's
So
copyrighted,
this
so I
is
will keep
where,
going.
yeah, please don't go.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so here is the track that was built. Stop moving it. Okay, thank you. And surprisingly, they did not hear you coming.
Oh, good. I guess they all failed. Oh, there's even one right there at the end.
Where's the twisted metal thing? And that's the thing in the middle?
Yeah, that's the thing in the middle that
Right there.
seems to be some sort of device that has been now destroyed and it has twisted metal from the distance. If you're looking at it, make a perception check.
Oh, sure. I'm looking at it from a distance. And 8. Nope.
That's the best you can, but you do see strange crystals growing from it.
there are so many of them.
What kind of undead do they appear to be?
And looking around, you see the devastation of, well, intense heat that was applied to this room based off the lava crack in the ground, blasting out.
Do you want to have a red light on this?
Sparks, can you adjust the 40?
There's a lot of ash on the floor, and as you're looking at these
Just adjust the visibility.
corpses, they're all charred heavily.
Okay.
Some of them are on the floor, not moving. A couple are up on the up moving around, as most of their body has been incinerated, and there's only bits of their body that is now mummified and hardly a corpse at all. As these almost skeletal-like creatures walking around with very bits of rotting, charred flesh on their bodies. Most of them, if not all of them, their eyes popped and not there.
This sounds like a really good time
Yeah.
for a surprise round.
You also see a couple of skeletons that look surprisingly clean. Some of them seem to be a little bit charred, but nothing too much. But seem to be white bone in their make. Walking around with broken pieces of metal and shards that they could use to jab. And you notice a massive skeleton. No, you would not notice that.
Well, we did now.
There's a big skeleton somewhere.
We thought we saw a big skeleton.
Tell us what we didn't see.
You thought you saw a big skeleton.
So there's a
That's
guy.
not, this is not this room. So
There's a guy that doesn't look like an undead. It looks like he's in a clerical outfit.
that's because I didn't have enough arms.
Okay.
Okay.
A zombie.
And then in the corner over here, there's a weapons rack.
Yes,
Okay.
there is. You also notice in the corner that there's another chamber that slightly melted, but the weapon rack is actually a bunch of mining tools. It used to be there. And along the various, for passive perception routes, there's a bunch of like crates and mining materials and tracks and twisted bits of metal that used to be some sort of project going on, now just devastated.
Fun.
And just carnage.
Okay.
As they start moving around. Some of them with an arm, some of them missing at least some part of their body.
So
What would you guys like to do?
Are we initiative or?
It's up to you. Are you guys going to be attacking?
Ink sack.
Those are bad things, so yeah.
Sick.
Okay.
Exactly.
Very well. Let's roll initiative.
Single torch here.
Yeah.
It's very, very exciting.
Okay.
I rolled very, very good.
Oh.
Okay. I didn't panic. Excellent.
I'll put me back against the wall, please. Because that's how we said we had to get across there.
True.
Yeah, I'm definitely up here at the wall. I'm gonna use it for 3/4 cover though. I'm gonna fire an arrow high kind of thing.
Eck, are you good where you are right here? Or were you up on the track?
Actually, I had ridden the track all the way down.
Different track.
I'm not. Oh no, that's right. I came back.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone. I just hit the bag.
Yeah, no. That's good then.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to be trying a new way of tracking initiative from D&D Beyond's alpha make of their initiative tracker. Okay, so Hazel, what did you roll?
17.
17. Sparks, what did you roll?
7.
7. Ugh.
Give me 5.
Davus,
24.
24.
I got a very good roll.
Eck,
As offended, 11.
11.
11 at advantage.
Sonny,
Ouch.
7.
7. Varian,
20.
28.
Go, brother. Go.
I want to stay.
No, go get him.
Okay, so first on the menu with a surprise round is going to be Davus.
All right. I'm kind of hugging the edge of the wall there. Probably either half cover or 3/4 cover.
Okay.
Or stealthing, so it doesn't matter right now. But just sword is away and just arrow, and I'm gonna aim for that guy right there.
Really?
With
So
a-
close?
Oh, I need to get my...
Yeah, he doesn't want him to be close.
Exactly.
Clear the close ones. So
Clear the close ones.
yeah.
Actually,
What do you
if
think?
since I,
Advantage.
I think Ginger's ready for bed.
Yeah, you're
Did
It's a surprise round. You have advantage.
I'm not at
Meanwhile-
disadvantage. She's not within 5 feet.
No, you
Yeah.
have advantage.
What
No,
Our
she
DM
was
here
saying
doing?
it might be too close.
No,
He's
that would be
looking
right
like
on you
another
for
camera.
that. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Jim
Okay.
do a
I
close
think
up?
it's a longbow. I don't think I have disadvantage until
Kind of like seeing the battle cam,
until 5 feet close.
but it's
or,
for a
Like
private
100 when you're
DM.
yeah, 120 or something.
Okay, so that I can actually see the battle. It's not properly set up. There we go.
Let's get all my sneak attack.
Careful, because you're
baby.
probably going to adjust the. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Let's see if I can one-shot this guy.
Alright, why
That's a
are you
hit.
not
That's
working?
definitely a fucking hit. There's no way that his armor class is.
Don't do that.
I'm sorry. If a random grunt's armor class is 26, I'm leaving.
It hits.
Yeah.
And is that a skeletal or a zombie?
Zombie.
It looks like a zombie.
Very well.
extra d6.
I need that, and I need 4 of these. And then an extra 6 on top of that. Okay, so that's 22.
22.
Points of damage.
How would you like to end him?
I'm literally... No one in the entire room is aware of our presence, and I would like to keep it that way. So I just put it straight through the throat. And then bonus action, I'm going to hide back around the corner.
All right, make a stealth check.
Yeah, they're gonna know we're here.
That's 28.
28. Like
a
freaking assassin. As you release, before the arrow even lands his mark, you dart around the corner.
I just know. I was like, oh no, I have it.
As it's just staring in the corner, just looking at the rock. And then the arrow.
And he is down, and I'm gone.
Take him off the board, please.
And I think it's probably Baron next.
Unless it's them.
It is Baron. It is your turn.
Well, no, we have a surprise round right
Yeah.
Oh.
They're gonna know we're here. So I come around here, step there.
They're zombies. They don't really perceive things.
I just killed X. Sorry.
Yeah, I'd be really surprised if one of these zombies had fucking alert feet.
Is that one zombie with
That
his
one
eyes,
zombie that-
with his eyes dangling out so that he can see really?
These 5 need to make a dexterity saving throw.
All 5 of them.
If I don't have 5 arms on the table, I can see what's going on. Nathan.
Sorry, I'm trying to stand myself back up.
Okay, so how many?
That's
1, 2,
5.
3, 4, 5.
They're,
All zombies?
they're in a line, dude.
All
Holy
zombies?
shit.
They're not. They're not
Let's see it. It's skeleton, zombie, skeleton, zombie.
Very well. What happened to my? Ah, here it is. Skeleton.
3 zombies.
Constitution, you said, right?
Nope, dex.
Dex.
Oh, Dex. Well, okay. So how many? Let's do the first skeleton.
Skeleton.
First skeleton.
For skeleton,
Natural 1.
fail.
Second skeleton. Natural 3.
Fail.
Okay.
And that's all the skeleton.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
there's 3 zombies.
3 zombies. Natural 2. Natural 3. You're
my God.
fired. All right. 14.
The last guy.
No, fail.
Okay, they all fail. No.
All right, so as I run around Eck, you see me swing the chain of Flan around until the chain's all wrapped around my arm and he's in my hand. I hold it out and I go, get him! And a lightning bolt shoots out of him and just goes through all 5 of them.
Well,
Yeah, I can do that. 10,
This could be fun.
18,
It's very weird to see
28,
casting of a
29,
lightning.
35. Yes, it's for someone done that.
the skeletons explode as the
And the
zombies fall to the floor. I need to make a. Oh, how many? You said 29.
35.
Oh, I can't even roll that. As each lightning, and this is not a bright blue or yellow lightning. This one's more of a brown, earthy tone lightning. As it strikes one, and it magnetizes one body to another, and the lightning stays there for half a second as the bodies just jigger, and then suddenly, as they explode in visceral and pieces everywhere. Are you within 5 feet of a zombie?
No,
No.
there was a skeleton in my face.
Okay, never mind.
But he's gone now.
I just had to ask that question.
For what reason?
Okay, so Baron, is that it?
I can't use bonus action spells on my because I did a spell, so that's it.
You can do a first or second level bonus action.
Oh, I
spell.
still can. Okay.
That's my rule.
All right then. Flan's gonna be mad at the skeleton up here.
Very well. And that's a first level?
Yep. Well, no. No, I can't because all my spells are 5th level.
Okay, so
Never
you're
mind.
not. That's the downside of
4th
being a
level.
lower level.
So nope. I just go. Whoa! Because I've never done that before.
Oh, it is a surprise round, so I skip that. Hazel, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Look at this beautiful map, guys. It is a beautiful map. They're not even going to be alive after this surprise round. But you
I
know.
know. I'm gonna run up to this guy and attack him.
And zombie?
Zomboy.
Zomboy. With advantage.
Well, it was a 19 for the first one, like natural 19. Nah. So a 28.
Hits. Roll your damage.
You're just thinking the sandwich.
Those tracks are screwed up.
Yeah.
9 points and then another 3 points of psychic.
So that's a total of
12.
12 points of damage?
Yeah.
Okay, as you go... Mac, you
For the-
okay?
That's the first attack,
I got
right?
something.
Okay, as you go around and strike with your three second minute stab onto the back of his head, is not even moving as you guys are moving in unison, you hear a snap as his skull fragmented and broke inside as he hits the floor. As a half second goes, as he starts to stand back up.
And again.
As you start beating him on the floor with advantage.
16 plus 9, 25.
Hits.
25.
Roll your damage.
2 points psychic and another 7 for 9 points.
As you take your staff and you slam it on the back of his head near his neck, another as his head concaves a little bit more and he goes down on the floor again.
Still not dead?
As he starts grabbing your staff, as you start shaking it loose.
Am I able to just like kick him off, sort of deal?
Yeah, certainly. As it slips off, and he gets back up and he turns over.
And
Run away!
also going behind.
There is one more in the tunnel.
Okay.
Yeah, there's one behind you.
Oh, what?
There is one in the tunnel.
There's a guy in the tunnel with
As
me.
you see one of the zombies now, the convulsions is starting to turn around. As he turns around, there's no eyes in his sockets, as he's completely just burnt and mangled. Have you seen those basically ash remains of after a volcano eruption? Yeah, that's kind of like what they look like right now.
Oh.
They are horrid looking.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
Okay,
Perfect.
so it is skip, skip. Ek, is your turn.
All right. Great.
So this way or that way?
Or there's one in the hallway.
All right.
Or one in the hallway back here?
Oh, the one in the hallway I probably don't even see. So I'm gonna go to straight ahead to my left and run straight at that one right there.
The one that Hazel
bonus
has been
action
beating.
raging.
Yeah, the one that Hazel was beating into the floor, and yet it still remained active as it.
I am going
really
to
well
finish
on
that one
its
off and
fortitude.
move on to the next one. So here we go.
I mean, or you
Pulling
could
out
kill that
my
one.
great sword as I'm raging.
So he
Boom,
said
boom,
finish it
boom,
off.
boom.
With advantage, strike.
No, let's roll out.
Probably has one hit point.
Fuck. With an advantage or no?
Yeah.
With advantage.
Thank God.
Oh, I called you God.
Oh, well, it's not much better. First attack. Oh, God. Raging, so 12 to hit.
That hits.
Wow.
Their AC is
There.
12
That was
or
an
lower.
advantage with a plus 7.
Yeah, wow.
Roll your damage.
These
I
guys.
have to roll
All right,
a 5 or better.
Pardon me here. 1d12 plus 7. Alright.
As you start marching up, with the foot and the debris that is hidden by the ash, you stumble a little bit and almost go prone, but you swing wide and are able still to catch this zombie off guard as you hit your greatsword across its chest.
10 points.
10 points, and you cleave it in two. As it falls on the floor in two pieces, as it
moving
starts
on.
to crawl towards you a little bit before stop moving entirely.
Remove?
I'm continuing on with the next strike for this one.
If you have the movement to do so.
Left or right?
I sure do.
The closest one?
40, so I
Be the
can.
closest one.
Understood? As you march forward, make your attack with advantage. Yeah, you're enjoying this, aren't you?
Alright, so that would be 15 to hit.
Hits, roll your damage.
Still terrible, but it hits. No. Alright, this would be 16 points of damage, slashing.
How would you like to end him?
Ah.
It rolled a 5.
So the first one cuts straight through, so it's a diagonal cut or a condo cut across, and then it's going to wrap around and straight down and cleave them straight down the middle.
One more
From
time,
head, down the head.
gentlemen. One more time.
Straight down the head.
Straight down the head. Thank you. As you go up, and with two powerful,
Forgot you can't see me.
with one powerful strike, take both hands of your greatsword, and as dust goes up in the air. I forgot one thing. I need make a Constitution saving throw, and I need Ek to make a Constitution saving throw as ash just gets flung into the air as you start to just cough and hack as it gets bisected.
Why is she rolling? She's nowhere near
Because
it.
you went up and struck someone melee.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
I forgot from last time. You know what? You
11
you
point-
got
11.
You got lucky.
You're too fast.
One more time.
11 saving throw.
11.
For Constitution?
You succeed.
Yeah, I rolled a 4.
Good job. You succeeded.
You succeed.
Yeah.
All right. Is that all you want to do?
That is my bonus action and my 2 attack and my movement. Well, let's see here. I guess how much more movement do I have left? 4 feet.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
5 feet.
5 feet.
5 feet. I'll just take.
Okay.
Sparks, you're up.
Alrighty.
Sparks, is it?
Yes.
They both
And
rolled
then
7.
seven.
What's your dex?
15.
Oh, okay, we're the same dex. Okay. Go.
Alright. Where am I? Over here. Wow, there's nothing anywhere near us.
That's good. Yeah, don't. Yeah.
I mean, sure, throw me in the corner, I guess. Excuse me, right there. Excuse me, excuse me.
Pardon me, I need to kill that fucker.
Everyone's already run out, so.
As you march over.
Nah.
Oh, and then you go back. Okay.
I'm gonna go over here.
And you die.
I got this side.
25, 30. Put me right up there. Yeah, right there. Okay.
Get them knees.
Okay, that would be a zombie.
Slash. With
advantage.
Skeleton.
Go ahead and twist it for me so I can see.
Oh, because there's a zombie and a skeleton there. He's going to
Okay,
skeleton.
okay. Yep, now I can see it. Thank you.
First hit.
With advantage.
With advantage, that's right. Cocked. It was the same thing, but whatever.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, so that's a natural 17, so the next is 24.
That hits. Roll your damage and make a Constitution saving throw. As you strike it the first time, a puff of ash just flies off its body.
1d10, 1d4. Wait, no, that's not what it is. It's this one. Where is it? This one.
Okay.
Yes.
Wait, if their AC is at
1. Yeah, so it is 1. Never mind.
I would have to roll a 3.
We're good.
Wait, no, I'm still hitting the 3.
I haven't used the sword in forever.
It's a D10 plus your strength modifier.
Yep.
That's fair.
8.
I'm gonna go for the guy across the lava.
Can't math right now. 13.
13 points of damage. As you do a mighty strike across his back, as it falls forward and hits flat, there's a massive gash where you see his spine starting to burn, come through, and also you see part of the 2-3 ribs on its back cut clean through. It starts
Again!
They strike again. Did you make your Constitution saving throw?
No, I did not. I did not roll that.
Keep that roll and roll a Constitution saving throw.
Con save. That's going to be a natural 17 plus 6, so 23.
23.
Yes.
It's
And what was your
10.
attack?
My attack was a natural 18.
Yes, that hits. So roll damage.
Or damage.
Damblage. Yeah.
With a natural 1, how would you like to do this?
Well, that was a 10. 10 points of damage, so just cut the knees, cut the head.
With 2 strength, its body floats for a second before it goes on. And you see the head with its eyes pop, and you see its forced smile from its lack of lips. Just
Creepy. Very creepy.
there's a skeleton next.
Did you just do a gaw on him?
No,
Okay.
I just cut his head off.
But you're cutting his jaw.
No, just his head.
Just his head.
Okay.
Next time.
Can I hit the next one?
You did 2 attacks.
Yes. Action search.
Okay. Go right ahead.
Slash. I'm at advantage, may as well. Oh, that was shitty.
You probably still hit it.
Yeah, I probably did actually. That is going to be a 10.
Oh, never mind.
A 10? With the skeleton nearby with its raggedy
This one's
half
the
armored.
zombie.
Zombie.
The skeleton's the one that died.
Skeleton dies, now there's a zombie.
You killed the zombie first.
No, he's.
No, that's what happened because I mixed it up.
Okay.
So you killed the zombie first
Switch them out.
because skeletons don't have undead fortitude.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So sorry about that. You killed the zombie first.
Okay.
So with the skeleton, with its preen, with a bit of a scrap of Khan's art, as you attack with a 10, it takes its jagged piece of poorly maintained sword, partly fragmentized, and he just takes it and parries it out and makes it so that you can't hit him.
I didn't think you were going to block that, so let's hit again.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No.
Natural 19.
Now you hit. Roll your damage.
$16 points.
16 points as you take your sword up and bring it down diagonally, coming through his rib chest and through his spine, putting him in two pieces.
Oh, good, he's dead. I was kind of surprised he blocked the first one. Very well.
So is he.
Sorry, it is your turn.
Attacking the guy, or casting a spell at the guy in the hallway. Chill touch.
This is necrotic damage.
It is.
Okay.
Way over 20.
Hits. Roll your damage.
13 points of damage. Did it do damage? And it can't regain hit points until the
It's
end
a
of my
zombie,
next
by the
turn
way.
for any reason. And it's undead, it's a disadvantage for any attacks against me.
You hit and you do how much damage?
13.
13. As you have this spectral hand of a skeleton grasp this back of the head and start ripping and tearing into his head as its head goes up 1, 2, 3 vertebrae. It just turns around now, like almost like super extended, like, and he's almost like enjoying his like newfound height. And he just turns around as he rolled a natural 20 on his undead fortitude.
What does that do?
It does not regain hit points. It just knocks into one hit point.
Fair enough.
He died wanting to go to a chiropractor. He just made him happy.
And then I stand in front of him.
Okay. Make another
Is it
concentration. Never mind. You already taken care of that. You just stand in front of him.
Yep.
As he's just turned around, no eyes in the socket, and you see his jaw.
So he's the dog. Take his job. Well, we tried that.
I believe that's the end of the surprise round. Okay. Thunders, it is your turn again.
Yes,
No
it
longer
is.
on the surprise round, but they do not see you because they do not have good perception.
I mean, it's not
Yeah,
bad.
no, they don't. I'm gonna leave them there. I'm gonna go out and I'm aiming for that guy straight across the lava.
Okay.
The zombie on the
Yep.
outcropping.
The
Yes.
zombie. That's another 26 to hit actually.
Hits. Roll your damage with a sneak attack. They did not see you.
Ooh, that's pretty good actually. So 32 points of damage.
Ow. So as you release another arrow,
If it kills him, can he fall into the lava?
that's what I was going to describe.
Yes. Okay.
So as you strike him in between his no-eyed sockets, and he goes, and it causes him to trip and fall and straight into the fire. As you see a gauntlet of fire start to burn the rest of the flesh
Perfect.
of whatever it had left.
And then, ooh, not great, but a 15 on my stealth going behind the wall again.
How many are left? There's a decent amount left.
10.
Barian, it is your turn.
Woohoo! Alright, so this side got cleared up pretty good, so I'm gonna focus my attention back over here.
There's still one guy, right?
I got it.
Yeah, but he's got.
Okay.
Yeah, but otherwise he has no one.
Yeah,
Just,
actually,
he looks different than the others. I wanted to.
yeah, leave it to spawns.
So I'm gonna, Flan's angry at that guy,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go ahead and do my angry dirt at him.
All right.
Natural 20.
Yes, that hits, and that bypasses the undead fortitude.
Do I have to separate acid and necrotic?
No.
All right, so 10 plus 6, 11.
11? That's exactly his hit points. How would you like to end him?
Just nice little. I hit him in the head, and it just sizzles down and just.
As you hit the side of his head, now you turn around. As he starts moving forward, you hit the side of his head and starts melting his body. As he starts moving forward toward you,
said 10 plus 6 is a lot.
and it just completely melts his head inward.
You're right. It was 16 points of damage.
It wasn't actually 11.
I know Matt's
As it
good at
melts
berries,
further
not
in
good
past
at
his head and now into his torso, and there's nothing left, and he's still moving forward, and he just moves past you and just falls to the floor.
Alright, next one, this Skelly up against the wall.
Make sure you take him off the board, by the way.
He's over there.
Thank you.
Natural 20, I'm kidding. That one is 8 plus 8, 16 to hit.
Hits.
10 points of damage and dexterity saving throw.
16 plus 2, so that's going to be a 18.
Alright, that doesn't do it, so just the 10.
And he's still up as you release another bolt of essentially acidic dirt as he pushes through his entire ribcage, and up to the other side, his entire body slumps as he has no ribcage and barely an arm to actually function with his shoulder.
I chuckle because that looks silly.
Okay. Sonny. In front of you, beyond the zombie, now looking past the zombie, you see in the darkness a massive body of an ogre that has been burnt to death hundreds of times, carrying a bent piece of metal that used to be the trap and is dragging it behind himself. You see an ogre zombie.
Okay. I actually have ogre zombies in the case.
This one.
This will do.
Oh, you would be able to use it to limit it.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's a tight squeeze for.
It's a tight squeeze.
Right here.
We'll say he's right next to you.
How's he going to do that with the zombie right there?
He doesn't fucking care.
Okay.
The other zombie gets pushed to the wall.
The other zombie gets crushed under the foot as he's moving forward.
So is he dead?
And
Does he have one hit point?
not with a natural 20 undead fortitude. As underneath his foot.
This one zombie can't die.
I know!
I think this guy's still in our
As
seat.
the zombie now standing with bigger belly.
So is he on difficult terrain?
And then
So he pushed the head back down.
let me finish speaking, Mac.
Okay.
Jeez. This undead ogre stepping forward puts his foot on top of the zombie, and a cloud of dust. And you see the zombie just on the floor underneath his boot still as it begins to strike towards you. As the other zombies just as his head turns a little too much. And then that's it. He's restrained.
He's waving at him?
He's trying to claw at anything right
I
now
thought he was like,
in the air.
What's up? Oh, you are.
Okay.
So the 19.
Shield.
As you put up your dark energy, elapses your body. That's all he does.
Okay.
How many skeletons are left on the field?
Besides him? 1, 2.
He's not a skeleton. That's a zombie.
Oh, how many?
1, 2,
How many skeletons?
How many skeletons?
4.
How many skeletons?
I think just the
I think 4.
4?
What's he?
That looks like a zombie to me. You said this is a zombie over here?
Yeah, that's
So just these
4.
4.
4 skellies.
Skelly boys.
Oh, that's a skelly.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. So they're going to move to the closest entity possible.
That's me on the outside of the lava.
That's Ek.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's
all
their
5
move?
of them would be
Yeah.
What's their
What's their move?
They're going to move to, I believe, 30. I don't think they're fast.
20, 25.
Yeah, 30.
5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He doesn't
And
make
they're
it.
not smart, so they're not going to utilize their terrain. But anyway,
15, 20. That'll work.
So how many are on him? All five?
Four.
All four?
One of them's too
So
far.
as you strike and move around, you notice that suddenly all the skeletons just immediately, simultaneously move and move towards your position. Almost as if they're... Yeah. Oh, natural 18.
Love killing
So
you.
that's 22 for the first one.
Hey, wait a minute. You're not supposed to be able to hit me.
Well, natural 2 won't. So second one misses. Third one, 8 plus 4, that's going to be a 12.
Negative.
Okay,
So,
and
first
the
one hit me.
fifth one is going to take out his short bow and just release a bolt towards you. 18?
No. Raging, I'm at 19.
No, that's because you're a cloak.
Oh, I'm in cloak. Yes.
Yeah, you do not get a higher AC for raging. But one person hit, right?
One did.
One did, yeah.
If you're, when
You take 6 points of slashing damage, half to 3.
Thank you.
As one skeleton, as all of them come towards you, as you start parrying and turning your shell toward most of the fire and onslaught of these skeletons, one of them does manage to get inside and towards your neck and take a jagged sword across your neck and just push down as you grab it with one arm and push it off of you. It is your turn, Nick.
Oh, marvelous.
Hey, they all came to you.
And you're right
Oh, the
next to
one
a
that
pit
hit
of a
me.
lava. Can you twist it for me so I can see a little bit what's going on?
Probably the one behind him.
Actually, I'm good. That's it.
How's
All
that?
right, the one that just struck me.
All right, the one in front of you.
As I
That
drag him
also
off.
It's
has
probably the one behind him that hit him.
no. It's the one that you struck, and it has very little hit points left.
Oh, so the one to the right.
Wait a minute. Which one struck me? Can you point to him? Oh, perfect. Contested strength. I'm pushing him in.
Okay, make a athletics check.
Oh my god.
What'd you roll?
What'd you roll? A 1 or a 20?
No.
1. You rolled a 1.
How close is he to the pit?
5 feet away, in between him and the pit.
5.
So I guess he would be then 10 feet from the pit.
Okay, so Davos, Davos, you see Ek fall prone, just on the corner of the lava pit as he's trying to push the skeleton. The skeleton suddenly takes this giant boulder of Ek and shifts his weight an unexpected amount of speed and pushes his entire body onto the floor, tripping up his pegged leg as he's trying to stab him at the same time.
It literally doesn't have muscles.
Ek.
And worse, we all saw that.
I did.
Swing while I'm down and
Enemies in front of me.
trying to take his legs off.
Okay, make another athletics check.
Oh, this is athletics?
Yeah.
I'm
if you're-
just trying to shoot with his sword. With my sword.
Oh, you're trying to hit him with your sword. Okay, so you get back up using half your movement. That's no problem.
Yeah.
And then you just swing with your sword. Go ahead.
No, you know what? This can't happen again. I'm gonna try and push the desk again.
Make another athletics check.
Here we go. I just jinxed it too.
Yeah.
With advantage because you are raging.
Oh. Well, the first one I didn't roll it.
Well, you forgot about that, so you know.
Alright, well, this would be a 20-something, 27, 26.
26? You definitely beat him. So as you're falling, as he's trying to jab you into the floor, you keep the momentum and push him with your legs up over you and into the lava. As you go. And
I said, get in there.
and use the rest of your movement
Now
to get back
I'm
up.
using the rest of my movement to get away from the fire.
To get away from what?
The lava.
Get away from that fire.
Well, he can move up here and not take attacks of opportunity. Because those 3 will still be on him.
There we go. Perfect.
Sounds good. Now for the Ash
Too hot.
Zombies. Ash Zombies are going to Zerg Ek. And the
Well-
person closest to them.
And that one's restrained. Ek? Oh god. 1, 2.
So 2 to Eck.
And 1 to Sparks.
11. 15. Does that hit?
No.
Natural 20. Does that hit?
No. Oh wait, he's not here.
Plasma says no.
Yeah,
Oh
Phrasma
wait,
says
we
no.
don't have that kind of courage. No.
No.
So Eck, I need you to make a Constitution saving
That's
throw.
his face.
Okay, just a second.
It's really nice when they crit it again.
There.
Darcy said no.
Hey. Non-saving throw. No, not just 5 advantage. Gosh, I'm rolling. Let's see. 2, 4, 7, so 13.
15. Okay, you make
13.
it.
13.
Oh, 13. You make it. Wait. Yes, you make it. So,
Great.
Eck, as you get up off of the floor and with an unexpected amount of, surprising amount of resistance from these lower undead creatures, suddenly you get zerged again from 2 more from behind you. One of them jumping on your back as its one arm is fully extended with a couple of pinkies burnt off, and the other arm just a jagged piece of bone as it shoves it into your side of the neck where you just got bladed by the skeleton, and he shoves it a little further, but you have a tough hide, taking a mighty 3 points of damage.
Ooh. And that's after my rate.
That's before, so you take 1 point of damage.
A mighty 1 point it is.
Yes, a mighty 1
I'm less
point.
worried about you than I was a
Sparks.
minute ago.
Alright.
1's on you. Natural 20.
Wow, you're really
That's going to be a 24 plus 5.
If I had shield, I could miss that, but
Wow.
I don't have shield.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I need to get out of here with shield.
You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Con save?
Yes,
21.
you succeed. As seeing this happening with Egg, taking this ball of anger of everyone just zerging one person and just taking on almost like Ash kick. Oh, sorry, just like I'm failing my nerd check here. Anyway, the guy with the chainsaw arm.
Ash.
Yeah, Ash.
I said Ash,
Yeah.
what was his last name?
Of S Smart. Sharp
Anyway,
Smart.
anyway, as you're just taking on like Ash against the world right now. Sparks, you are distracted for momentarily as this one just jumps and takes your leg and takes a mighty crunch in between your armor plating as you just feel something just take a freaking bite out of you. Nothing happens because you have good constitution.
Ow.
But
Ankle
ow.
biter.
Yes, it ain't fucking ankle biters, man. Sparks, it is your turn.
I need a template.
Which one?
10
Straight or
foot, so 20 foot.
what? Circle or straight?
20 foot circle. Like go.
Well, I mean,
And 30 foot.
circle also.
No, straight. 30 foot line. Just so I can measure. There you go. How far do I need to get? There we go. I'm going to be right on that one. I'm still within the 5 feet, but that rubble's in the
It
way.
makes an attack of opportunity.
I'm
No,
not stepping
it's
about
just
it.
the rubble was in the way for him to be able to stand on it properly.
He's still right
Oh,
next to
I see. Okay.
There we go. So
I get it.
Stick that there. And stick that there.
How many?
I'm sorry, Ak.
You're getting that too.
Inadvertently. But I'm going to knock them all away from the fire.
So,
Should be fine.
3 skeletons and both. Is that zombie?
All
in it?
except for one skeleton, yeah. They're all in it.
Yeah.
Ak, I'm sorry.
So how many?
Sorry
1,
about
2, 3,
ow,
4,
I can't
5.
hear.
3 skeletons, 2 zombies.
3 skeletons. So
I
we're
did.
going to do this zombies first with Constitution saving throws. That's a 15.
What I guess? DC is 15.
So just makes it. Second zombie, natural 19s. Those zombies ain't going down. And the skeletons.
3.
Wow, natural 16. Natural 2, so that one's going to fail. And a natural 8 for a constitution of a 10. That fails. So 2 skeletons fail. They fly 10 feet in opposite direction of the center point.
Which is
right
the
there.
center's here, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So which one succeeded?
We'll say the closest one.
This one succeeded?
Yeah.
Right.
That one got like thrown up against
Yeah,
that.
but down here.
Just got thrown up and over.
Wilhelm scream. Scream for
And
that
how
one.
much damage do they take?
They're going to take take thunder. Ek, you need to make a con save.
20.
You're good. You succeed. Okay, so they're going to take 8 points of thunder damage.
As bone and the entire body flies out. Everyone seems to be still up, but they're all heavily damaged. As a couple of zombies, their head, one of them turns all the way around as the zombie and starts to continue forward. As the other one pulls its head, and actually its head turns all the way around, and its arm rips off, but just continues. Even though his head is going underneath his armpit right now. It is Sunny's turn.
I don't think I have a turn.
He's right next to me, the big guy, right? That was your
You're
determination.
right, Hazel.
Skip Hazel.
Hazel, go ahead. Sunny,
Hazel's
I do-
turn.
yeah, Hazel. I don't know how I skipped you. First time using this app. Okay.
We're good. You got it, Sonny? Okay.
Oh.
I don't know. I have no idea what's going on here.
You're pulling a.
Am I able to run up over here or no?
The guy's right on top
No,
of
he
him.
was right next to me.
There's only space because of the zombie.
Okay. And I guess I'll go out here. And I'll attack that guy. Do I still have advantage or no?
No, it is not a surprise round.
Okay. Would it count as flanking?
Unfortunately, no. If you're there.
For that guy.
Yes. Sorry, I thought you were somewhere else.
Okay.
This is a skeleton.
Yes.
Okay.
14 plus 9, 25.
Hits.
23.
Still hits.
That is 4 for psychic.
Mm-hmm.
12 points damage.
I still find it amusing, even though it doesn't have a brain until
It's not immune to psychic.
it's not immune to psychic.
We still have feelings.
But it takes double bludgeoning damage. So name its end. As you go up behind it and go around and do a sweeping motion.
I actually wanted to swing at it like a baseball bat almost.
Okay, as you take up all 3 staffers into one thing, you just bypass all monk abilities and just and take its entire skull head. It goes flying and smashes against the wall on the other side.
That's nice. And then
So prone on the 13.
yeah, I'll go over to the guy that's not prone. For a modified 20.
Hits.
Uh, 5 psychic damage.
Okay.
For 14 points of damage total.
Name his end.
I'm gonna swing the last segment of the staff down onto the head.
As you swing it around, using the momentum, crack! As a flying bones fragments go all over the place. As you bring it back up, it is just.
Did you jump up and then swing down with it?
Sure, I can jump off of that.
Sure, why not? You did that.
And then I'll go back over here and wait to see what happens next.
Okay, so you use 2 attacks. You do have a bonus action.
It's not worth using a key point right now.
You can strike
You
once
get one
with
without
the
the
bonus
Then
action,
your faces in the wall.
especially with your staff allowing you to.
Okay, then I'll try attacking this zombie that's up top.
Okay.
Uh,
And by the way, for future reference, if you use a key point of flurry of blows, you can decide to do one of 3 things.
yeah.
You forgot to do that last time.
No, I know. Okay.
If she chose not to.
She's ready for bed.
Oh, my natural 20.
That hits. Is this a zombie?
Yeah.
Okay, well that bypasses.
Wow.
Really?
All one.
Snake eyes.
Oh.
Double one.
Could she double the dice?
Not if she. No, she didn't say you were gonna double the dice, did you?
I didn't say it, but
No.
I didn't say it, but I normally do. It's fine.
Fine, go ahead. This is a zombie. It's not like the final boss.
Ugh.
No, save it for the final boss.
Oh my! Another one is in there.
Like a boss.
But then at least one of them was a 30. Thank God.
6, 7 plus 6 for a 13.
13. Name is End.
I'm gonna try swiping out his legs out from under him so he falls and.
Where is he positioned?
He's up on the top there.
He's 15 feet away from
So
me.
as you take it around and sweep the legs, his legs don't fly off, but actually give, and you completely take off one knee and two knees as he flips over head first and striking his head onto the floor twice as he on his way down. As he goes, as he stops moving at the bottom.
Okay. And then I'm gonna chill out at the base.
Okay. Sonny, it is your turn.
Crackles of lightning around my hand as I go reach out and touch the big guy.
Yeah.
What spell are you casting?
Shocking Grasp.
Okay. Make a melee attack.
15. Not that ogre guy.
Hits. He doesn't really move.
Huh?
He doesn't really move. You just touch him, and it's pretty easy.
When you're that big, you
11
don't really need
points
an arm.
of electrical damage,
Okay.
and I move away from him. The zombie on the floor that's pinned can take an attack of opportunity at me as I walk away.
At
with
disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Yeah. Rolling double 15s plus 4. That's a 19.
And shield is on until the end of my turn, so no.
No, it's until the start of your turn.
No.
Yes. Shield does not last that long.
I thought it said till.
Until the start of your next turn.
Oh, shield
Nice
again.
try. So you use your reaction immediately as soon as you get back. As it grabs for a split second, your heel as the shield breaking a couple of his fingers all the way backwards as you leave without a trace and grasp it. Yeah, that spell negates as the giant zombie ogre tries to swing towards you as the electrical energy has his entire body. Whatever left of his nervous system is fried even further.
I can at least fire an arrow on my way out, though.
Is that your turn?
And Davros, you can do it.
Hello,
Tagging out.
stranger on the streets again. Davos, it is your turn.
D6?
Yeah.
Okay.
It says it on it.
Question: since he wasn't on the board yet, even though he is in the hallway, and there wouldn't really be anything in between.
He doesn't see you.
Okay. I wanted to be sure he literally wasn't on the board when I first hid, so he shouldn't see me
Yeah,
yet.
here, you want me to roll? He doesn't see you. He rolled a 3.
Fair. In that case, I can't use that for damage because
No.
you're not a valid bard.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay. But I can use it to hide. Ooh, nat 20!
Shit.
Maybe I will.
Two of them or one of them?
I got a 20 and a 2.
What is it with you, no club?
Well, the thing is, natural 20s negate undead fortitude.
Really?
Yeah. So roll your damage, sneak attack times 2.
Alright. 2 6s there. So that's 10.
And this is with your longbow?
Yeah, 21 becomes 42, and then add the other
I guess I
6.
will.
So 48 points of damage from the bow.
Oh my god.
And this is all piercing?
This is all
Yeah.
piercing.
And that's already times 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the total is 48.
Fuck.
Only.
Only
So
48.
that's over 50.
So I'm
That's
just-
almost 60. That's 60 hit points he's already taken.
Yep. I mean, he's a big boy, but he can only be that big of a boy. And I am going to scoot around the corner. And
As also I see every run out of the hallway.
what's up with the hallway?
Why don't we like that
So
hallway anymore?
releasing the arrow once again, Sonny, you see the arrow go into his chest plate and get forced up into as it bounces off a little bit of rib and actually gets forced underneath his chin and throat, forcing it into the spinal column, which would kill anyone in normal circumstances.
But he's undead.
But he's undead. As it takes it, and you hear as the arrow tip passes his spinal, and he still, as he tenses up, he just lets it as his head almost completely detaches from his neck, and he's still doing. And starts swinging.
He's still
swinging
coming.
wildly.
How could you be near me?
Wow.
And just because that thing is big and scary, I'm gonna use that inspiration for my stealth roll,
Sure, why not?
just to be safe. That's a 29. I just wanted to be safe.
You're
You're
ridiculous.
uncertain if he sees you or not.
That's fair.
Marion,
I'm
it's your
scooting-
turn.
I'm scooting around the corner. I am going to hug the wall again, though. I'm gonna go right there.
Okay.
Honestly, even people in this room probably don't see me with that roll.
Why is everybody leaving here? Oh, cool! Alright, Flan's anchors
As
down.
you see this, almost like ashenized. Oh no, you did a range, so never mind. And you didn't do a melee strike. It was a spell. So
It was a touch.
yeah, it was a touch, but it was not a melee strike.
Nope.
So,
Alright,
Marion,
so after you see the cool thing down there, I move Flan's anchor onto him, and I shoot him up with
There's
some
still
acid.
the random zombie here with a single.
yeah,
hit
you
point.
see the zombie.
He's
like-
unkillable because he keeps getting nat
Yeah,
20s.
he's just like trying to pull himself, and you see it separate from the hip. And he looks like, even though he only has one eye right now, it's just like twitching, and it's like, you know what? It's like white over because it had superheated over the top of it, so it's like that white eye.
Well, that's not pleasant.
19 to hit.
Yes, it's
Deck save.
dexterity saving throw. Oh, his specialty. Oh, actually, yeah. 17
Damn.
minus 2.
Oh, shit,
15.
then it's a fail. Alright, in that case, it's 14 points of damage.
What happened? Sorry.
I hit him with the angry dirt and it.
Oh,
it's
I see,
evasion.
I see. Okay.
Really bad. Really?
Hey, Pippin.
Yeah,
You couldn't
he's,
just climb up over the shirt, you had to go through it.
Still up?
he's still up, yes. As you release acid on top
thought
of
you
his
had, like,
chest,
one
as
hit
his
left
chest
up
concaves and melts into where his gut used to be and just continues to pour out as you see the dried up intestines fall out.
Alright, second one will be a dirty 20
Yes, hits.
and 15 points
15 points.
and another deck save.
Fails on the deck save.
4 more. So total 19.
19. Name is End.
Nice.
So the first one got the chest and his head goes whoomp and falls into there, and then the next one I get the pelvis and his whole body just collapses on top of the little guy below him.
As it, very well. As he just collapses in a giant pile of acid and bones and visceral, he just becomes a giant puddle of acid.
Roll for the fucker on the floor. If he gets
You know
another
what?
nat 20.
Sure, why not? fuck
If he
not?
gets another nat 20, let's just leave him alive.
No, he joins us.
Do you want to see?
I swear to fucking
No
God.
way.
Yeah.
So we have a new member to the
Separated
party
from
now.
his hip down, neck extended, leaving his legs behind. He starts crawling forward.
He's crushed under the giant
As
undead
his-
ogre. Just, I'm fine.
That's our new friend Tim.
He no longer has a hip and legs, but he's crawling forward with his one eye.
He's got
And
spunk.
He's got spunk.
He's missing the lower half of his body, but he's got enough spunk to replace
You guys
it.
gotta see this, it's awesome.
Hazel, it is your turn.
Again?
Yeah, because I skipped you, remember?
Oh,
Yeah, so it's your turn again.
cool. I'm gonna come around
Mm-hmm.
and attack this guy, zombie.
There was a team kill right there.
So he's flanked.
Cannot believe I did that.
18 plus.
Hits.
Wait, did we get you a magic bow?
Roll your damage.
Five for psychic, and which makes it a 13 points of damage.
Okay. As you go over and strike where his right where his spine and skull connect, you hear a crack as his head goes forward and his body just slumps for a half second, and then you see the eyes. The head like twist, even though the muscles are connected. And then he turns around and trying to swing his head around, like trying to bite you now, like a low-hanging fruit kind of deal.
And again, nat 20.
Okay. Name is in. He has
There's
one.
no way.
The natural 20 bypasses. Jeez, what the hell is with the natural 20s?
Would you want us to save it for that one?
Fair point.
I wanted to roll for fun. Sorry.
As he's now turning around and his head is like twisting in place, and he's not being really effective because you can't really see now. As he's trying to just swing around in the air as he's moving in random directions.
That's cool.
I want to go ahead and finish the job and get the head the rest of the way off.
As you just waiting for the time right, as it's dangling like a low-hanging fruit, as you almost like a punt with your kick, it breaks off the rest of the neck and just goes into the lava. As the body.
I think she needs a league of her own.
You know, I was hoping it would get to my turn, so I wanted to step up on the high ground and go, skeleton. It's over.
Well, there's still one more guy.
Well, there's
that
still
I might
one.
kill.
Come on. There's still one more guy. Gotta give him a chance.
I see 3.
Alright. Is there another skeleton?
I see 3.
There's this skeleton and then there's this skeleton.
Moving towards one Hazel, one
And then
head.
there's that
All right, well, this
guy
one
next to me.
stands up.
Oh, wait, I thought I had one more attack still.
Oh, right. Never
He
mind.
lays
Put him
back down.
He tries to get up and his leg collapses as he falls back down.
And there's still one next to me.
Oh, no, that one probably doesn't
That's a
hit.
zombie.
12.
So actually, there's 4.
Hits. Oh, wait, no. 12 for a
12.
skeleton?
Yeah.
Does not hit. As you go around, it takes its armor up and takes its partial destroyed and burnt away shield and turns around.
Take one step back.
You have a bonus action attack, if you wish.
Not worth it.
Not worth it.
You're not worth it.
Nah. We're
Roll
gonna,
psychic damage.
As it moves forward and tries to stab you, since it's the end of your turn.
I got away from it, but
It's the end of your turn, right?
No,
yeah.
it's taking its turn.
It's
Oh, it's
taking
turn.
its
Okay.
turn. And the other one gets up and moves 15 feet closer to the closest person they can. It's ashes!
Oh, no, I just die here.
Natural 3, does that hit?
No.
Okay.
Plus
As it comes forward and just a pathetic jab towards you, you just take a quick step backwards and just get out of its reach before it's able to get you. It is, I believe. I see a flaw on this one. It is your turn.
All right. So, yeah, I still have one there, so I can use the line.
There's 2 there.
There's 2 now.
Okay.
There's
Come on,
one in
don't
front of
you
you
just-
and one
that's
literally right next to
the
you.
catchphrase.
Woo! Careful, guys.
Wow.
There's a lot of weight on that board. The momentum gets pretty heavy.
That's
Sorry.
how fast we can spin.
Well, literally right there. So, sure, take the head off of the first one right there in front of me.
Okay, roll an
To the
attack.
left. And an advantage.
No, unless you're going to reckless.
Hold on, let's do my defense.
David?
Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah. Cool. All right. So that is a 20 to hit.
Yes, barely hits. Roll your damage.
18 points of damage.
Name is end.
Just a headshot. Boom.
As you just
And as the head comes off, I kick it with my wooden stuffed leg forward. So head taking it off. Next one next to me.
All right.
Turn to face.
Roll for your
And,
second attack.
Yep. Oh, that is a 23 to hit.
No, that does not hit, surprisingly. Roll your damage.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
No, you hit all your damage.
Nope. I know, but I wanted to make sure I didn't get a crit. All right, this is 12 points of damage.
Hits. Oh, 12 points of damage, and I believe that one was
Yeah.
damaged already. Yeah, so describe his end.
So this one, I am actually leaping off
It
over
would
the
go
top
like that.
and
Full
dragging my
barbarian
blade
mode.
behind, so it's taking him off of the shoulder.
As you leap up into the air and strike him across, you just shatter him completely. As you don't even strike with the the edge of your blade, you take the flat of your blade and just take it across his body, converting it to bludgeoning damage, really being effective towards skeletons. Totally intentional. You thought of it.
And then I do a hero landing.
Knee, really painful. Keeps your rage going. Sparks. It is your turn.
With the second and last one on that. Slashy. Not advantage. Wow. 10.
Hits. No, wait. Misses. As you try to strike towards it, it comes forward and falls on its legs as it gets tripped up on something underneath the ash, as it just got incredibly lucky.
Bitch.
Natural 18.
Hits. Only barely, though.
Only barely. Wow, that was shitty. 9 points of damage.
Has this one been hit yet? I don't think so.
No.
It still is. Undeath. Anyway, you take a strike towards its back, gashing the hell out of its back of this dwarven individual, now nothing but a husk of a man, and still getting out. It is Sunny's turn.
Wisdom save on Tim.
On Tim? Not Tim! Not Tim!
Oh, I thought it was going to be Crawley.
That's a natural 19.
Oh, I like that.
-1, actually. No, that's a skeleton. -2, so 9, 8, 17.
17
Crawley,
makes
you
it.
want to be my friend?
As it sort of, as you cast Toll the Dead, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, as bells over his head, he's like, "Yeah!" and strikes towards it and just dispels it with his hands. As it starts crawling forward faster and
It's
faster.
fucking zombie. Or is it a zombie or a skeleton?
It's a zombie.
Oh, it's a zombie. I don't want that. I thought it was a skeleton.
Yeah, it's a zombie. Okay.
And I look
Half
at
a
you.
skeleton's a better pet than half a zombie.
I look at you. Separate his head.
Okay.
It is Baron's. No, that was his turn.
Honestly.
No.
It is?
Yes, it is. There's not much on the.
I'm gonna let you guys handle Tim. Yeah, I'll take care of that guy. The guy by Sparks.
Yes,
That's a 23 to hit.
barely.
One more arrow. That one. 29 points of damage.
Well, I can't even roll that high, even if I roll a natural 20. Name is in.
He kind of went down in front of Sparks, right?
Yeah.
So
he was starting to get
yeah,
back
so
up.
Sparks brings his sword down and fucks him up, and he's looking so bad. But as he looks up at you, he just he's reaching up like his remaining arm or something, and an arrow right into his eyes.
And he collapses.
And he just goes down. And as you turn around, I just kind of get a little salute.
As
Good job.
Ash
Here.
puffs in your face.
Out of all the arrows I've fired, there is that one that fell in the lava that I cannot get that arrow back.
Nope.
Well, you try.
But
I'm
arrows
not
are
gonna
not.
try.
Arrows are not that expensive.
No, it's
Make a
not
Constitution
worth it.
saving throw because I forgot to make it last time, but he shot him in the head anyway. So.
That's going to be a
Is it above 10?
Oh yeah, sorry, you're right in front of me.
natural 10, modified 20.
Okay, so you're good. All right,
Yeah, sorry.
That
I
leaves
hit him with the arrow in
Tim.
your fucking face.
Tim,
That was me,
Varian,
that was me.
what would you like to do?
Alright, so move the anger to him. And brother said that we shouldn't take Crawley with us, so I'll go ahead and angry dirt him. 18 plus. So, dexterity saving throw.
He's on the floor.
7.
Alright, so that's only 8 points of damage.
As you strike him onto the floor, as it's
Angry dirt,
crosses increasingly skeletal form. As he
Oh, it's a
starts
skeleton!
crawling-
Oh, no, it's not.
as he continues to crawl further and further, unrelenting, unceasing. As his eye almost turns like a bloodshot
Swear
red.
to fucking God.
He's still going.
Alright, second attack.
His undead fortitude kicked in.
It wasn't another nat 20 though, right?
No.
The 12.
It's
8.
You don't have agony as well?
name is end.
Again.
Oh, damn,
He's
time.
crawling forward
As
with all
he's
that
crawling
anger and
forward.
determination. He's just,
Almost like the half of the Terminator scene.
yeah. And he just realizes this isn't worth it and just lays down and goes to sleep.
As the rest of the acid boils into the back of his spine and begins to just pool there and go all the way through his entire body. It's now no longer just no hip, no back, no spine, and eventually his entire body just collapses.
Eventually, it's just the outsides. It's just arms, like
Yeah, even his arms completely just separate entirely, just leaving his head still looking, unblinking.
delicious. I am gonna gather up what arrows I can. Obviously, I can't get that one.
Easy enough. -1. You get him, and with a simple thing of mending, you take care of it. So, as you guys,
Or wait, that one that went like cracked up into Ogre's thing. I might not have been able
that
to
one's
get that
shattered.
one. Yeah, that one broke.
And melted in acid.
Yeah, that one broke and got melted in acid.
But
You
some
just
of
look
these-
at the pool of acid and you're like, yeah.
But some of these guys have those in
I was
there.
gonna
was
say,
gonna
some of these guys were like warriors. Did we collect any extras?
Well, we're
They're-
going to take a short break.
They're probably old arrows, yeah.
As it is almost 10 o'clock right now, so we're going to take a small break before we actually explore the room after dealing with all this horde of a small horde of undead.
Yeah.
Relatively quickly, thanks to that well-timed strikes and also surprise round, can do wonders.
That surprise round.
That's a lot
I
of
think
guys.
like half of them were dead before,
Oh,
any,
yeah,
of
yeah.
them, before any of them had a turn.
When I rolled a perception check for just a general for the skeletons and the zombies, because I'm not going to roll that many.
Yeah.
I rolled a 3 and a 1.
Oh my god.
They were taking a nap, even though they don't sleep.
I love it.
Yeah, so
I love that half of them were dead before any of them had a turn.
Hey,
That is so good.
that's how it goes sometimes. But there is still a story here. But we're
Still
going to
fun.
come back to that next time, and we'll see you on part 2 of episode 17 of Together We Roll. Till next time, take care, everyone, and keep on rolling.
Bye.